Righto.
Welcome to Gosnell's Oval for the 1999 Grand Final, Kenwick versus Armadale. One down by Armadale, ball spills towards the end of the ground, crashing his way through his wall, gets a soccer forward, does a bit of shepherding on Gavin Hanley, strong play by Wall, but he gives a free kick away, and Gavin Hanley will take the first kick of the game for the Kenwick side. In their back half of the ground, Hanley looks upfield. Del Paso makes a move. That's the way he goes. Kicks towards up him. Strong mark. No, falls free. Bursting his way through his wall once again. In goes Irvine. Oh, big pack of players over the ball. Irvine handballs it out looking for Bain. One grab. That's good football as he feeds it out to McKenna. He goes to the left foot, kicks long towards half forward looking for Stewart. Oh, Mark could have been paid but wasn't. Out comes Marshall, who crumbs well for Armadale. Goes wide to the outside looking for Farmer. He takes the mark on his chest and slows it down. Farmer in front of the scoreboard. Armadale desperate for a good start to this grand final. They were blown away big time last year. He kicks down towards half forward and finds Maguire. The left-footed Maguire comes inboard, goes long, good depth in his kick as he kicks inside the 50 metres. Ball spills free. Well, can he pick it up into an open goal? I think he can. Oh, I don't think so. No, somehow it's been touched right on the line by a desperate Kenwick defender there. That was unlucky for Armadale. They needed that first goal. As in comes the big ball full back for Kenwick, Henderson. Kicks outside the 50. Luff's got the run of the ball. Paddles it up to himself and kicks up towards half forward looking for Del Paso. Oh, good strong mark. Not paid as Lahore pushes him off the ball. Through comes Adam Kizovich. Ducks, dives, twists, kicks back towards the centre of the ground looking for Arkey. He sells a dummy to McKenna quite easily. Wobbles a kick back towards centre half forward, but not good at all there by Arkey and straight in the chest of Craig Thomas.
The mark taken by Thomas at just out defensive side of the centre square. Into the centre there, marked by Luff. 10 metres the defensive side of the centre. So he comes out to the shocking kick. It comes into half forward. Then Hanley goes in, feeds the ball off the ground. Coming through there's Kenwick, a shot on goal. I think this might be, yes, it's through for the first goal, and that was, I'll pick him up.
Jordan Kickett.
Kick by Sean Kickett. The umpires today are Brendan Ball, Vince Capriotti and Grant Levitsky.
And the commentators are Adrian Marshall
and Ray Witt, the irrepressible Ray Witt.
Great bit of calling there, Adrian. And Kenwick get the first goal on the board. Armadale had a chance there a minute ago through War, but unfortunately it touched on the line through the desperate defence of Kenwick. So centre bounce down by umpire Capriotti. Up goes Gibb, but won by Bain. Pushed forward by Armadale. Through comes Collard. He paddles it forward, but only as far as Irvine. Going in hard is Luff. He gets away a handball. Spills out on towards the wing. Soccering away is Shannon Miller. Back goes Irvine. Gets a handball to Luff, the score over. He's tackled strongly by a player for Armadale and Van Diemen. Wobbles a kick down into their half forward line. Coming out is player for Kenwick in Cook. He kicks back towards the wing. Shannon Miller flies high. Yes, it's good enough, says the umpire. Got two hands on it, controlled it well enough and took a good mark. Miller looks into their half forward line, kicks up towards a player there in Kello. He can't mark. Through comes William Farmer. He's tackled strongly. Too high, says umpire Brendan Ball. And the Kenwick player Knox will relieve pressure just inside 50 metres.
But Knox takes the kick. He's called to play on. It comes in there to a player there in Downing. Downing for Kenwick. Goes wide across the goals towards the Henderson. Henderson picks up the ball. Swings on the left foot around to the half-back flank. Mark taken there by Hanson. He plays on quickly now. Comes down to the wing. On the outer side towards Kickett. He lets the ball go. Picks it up very cleverly now. Takes one bounce. Coming into centre, half forward left. Kicks inside. It's a high kick in front there. McKenna comes to the ground. Armadale attempt to tidy it up and bring it out, but they're under pressure from the Kenwick forwards there. It's good play. Socket off the ground there by Atwell.
On the full.
Pardon?
On the full.
On the full, and my apologies. It's a free kick there to go to. Looks like McKenna, the shoot on goal from about 25 metres deep in the left full forward pocket. He swings around, opens up the goal front, has a shot. I think he may have. Yes, he's got it. Good kick, Dustin McKenna. And on the scoreboard now, see Kenwick move on to 2 goals, 12 points. Armadale, 1 point.
Fantastic goal by McKenna. They're the ones he loves to kick. But with the harder the goal, the more opportunity that McKenna seems to have to kick them. And deep in that right full forward pocket, McKenna just eased around, give himself a bit more angle, and and slotted it straight through the middle. So that's a great start.
Any signs opening up there, Ray, you can see that trouble for Armadale at this stage, or they just...
Yeah, a lot of trouble. Two goals to 0, Adrian.
Okay.
Centre bounce down. Infringement is going Armadale's way. Looks like someone's running off the square. As give feeds to Adam Kuzovic. He pumps the ball inside the 50 looking for Joe Smith. Kicks six or 7 goals last week. Smith was a great player. Ball spills free to Maguire. He goes to the right foot looking for a play there in McQuat. He can't mark as it's thumped away. Hanson overruns it. He's tackled strongly. Could have been holding the ball, but play on, says umpire. In fact, umpire Capriotti says push in the back and Hanson to relieve for Kenwick. Chips out towards Knox. Knox wants to run with the ball. Chips back inboard looking for more. Puts him under pressure. He's good enough as he bursts his way through 2 players. Kicks up towards half forward to find the running Del Paso. Del Paso moves the ball quickly, looking for McKenna. He falls over the vital time, and Garvin looks like playing on McKenna. That's an unusual move. Takes the mark and kicks back towards Lahore.
Lahore to take the kick in between half back and the pocket. Comes in, decides to kick close to the boundary line. It's high ball there. The mark over the back is Luff, and he's pushed an Armadale player in the back, and that is Atwell.
Gibb, actually.
Pardon?
Barry Gibb.
Oh, okay, he's got the... I thought Atwell got the push, but nevertheless, Gibb's got the free kick now. The man on the mark, Chris Bain. Gibb now comes in, kicks a drop punt into half forward. Kenwick a best place through Thomas, but it comes right through the back of the back there. Armadale place comes through to the dangerous Farmer. He'll shoot on goal. I think he's put the first one through for Armadale. But on the scoreboard now, Armadale move on to 1-1-7, trailing Kenwick 2 goals, 12 points.
Yeah, good footy there by the Armadale boys. Gibb got that free kick on the half back, pumped it up forward. That's a good crumbing inside their 50-metre line. The ball spilled out to Farmer. He took 1 or 2 steps and went bang and kicked from 45 metres and split the middle. So, yeah, good football there by the Armadale boys. They need that. They need that good start. I think the only way they can get this final given a chance is to get in front early and certainly come in at quarter time and maybe half time in front. But there's a lot of hard work to do that. The centre bounce down takes place. Unusual matchup with Garvin picking up McKenna too. Yeah. See how that goes. Ball spills no effective ruck knock as Bain shoveled out of the way. Kenwick masters at this centre square as Arkey does well this time. Could be met by Hanley and was, but does well Arkey as he shovels a handball out. Advantage played. No, he's pulled it back, and fair enough to the umpire there. Arkey to get the free kick. He was prepared to win the hard ball there, Ray Arkey, and deserved the kick. He pumps it up towards half forward. Big pack of players flies up there. Smith doesn't fly. It's punched forward by Kenwick. Oh, Wall falls over the vital. Irvine shovels it forward only as far as Graham at ball. He's smothered. Good football by Kenwick there. Going in, getting the hard ball is Kenwick as they feed it out to the run of Moore. He gives it to Yorn, kick it. He's got the fit of the fumbles as the ball spills free down to look like Van Diemen. Oh, good smother there by Bain. Some good solid stuff going on at the moment. And that's the way it should be in the first quarter of a grand final. Thomas smothers Mackenzie once again. McQuat's kick smothered. That's 3 or 4 in a row. Through coming is Justin Kick. It could have been holding the ball. No, play on, says the umpire. Oh, hectic play inside the Armadale 50. Can they manufacture something here? But they can't as Maguire soccers towards goal and is touched through by Knox. Hectic passage of play there, Adrian.
Yeah, certainly, Ray. And Armadale started to lift their rating a bit. Their work rate started to pick up. And you rightly pointed out there that they seem to be matching Kenwick in the centre square. Kick in now. Comes out by Henderson to the left half-back flank. A big fly there by Kenwick. Comes to the front to Arkey. He picks up. Kicks high into the edge of the square. Smith's there. Henderson. Smith's in front. Could have been defeated. Kenwick clean up there through the agency of Downing. He hand pass out. Armadale the best place. A desperate struggle on the ground. It's picked up there. The shot on goal by Gibb, I think it is, but he's pushed it to the out of bounds on the full. Henderson, I think it is to take the kick back into play. We'll try and pick it up. No, it might be Thomas. He kicks in short. The lead in pick by Knox. Knox decides to come in toward the centre there. Kicks over the head. Not a good, wasn't well directed, but they'll clean up. And he's retarded play on's the call, but no. A late whistle and the free kick taken by Cook. Cook kicks the half forward. Luff's there. He misses the mark. Taken by Miller. He comes through. He's met strongly. Quick kick it, grabs it. And he's held. No, it's going the other way. Sorry, Ray, but I thought there was a couple there, but not paid. Armadale with the free kick now.
Mackenzie.
Nothing on offer, so he'll opt to kick it long. He does. It goes just inside the 50-metre circle. A strong mark on there taken by
McQuat.
Shane McQuat. He'll kick from about 54 metres out.
promising start by Armadale, mate.
Yeah, they seem to be playing it better now, Ray, they've settled down. What do you think his chances are?
Oh, take a good kick. Quite actually come from Centrals. Mundijong.
Yeah. McQuat shoots on goal. Puts it up high. This will drop about 4 or 5 metres. A push there. Smith's in front. Comes over the back and it's forced out of bounds.
They really need Joe Smith to fire up today, Armadale, Adrian. He's got to kick 5 or 6 goals.
Do you think he's still coming a bit from behind, or?
Yes, he probably needs to get in front, I think.
Throw in now in the pocket. Kenwick force it out there through the agency of Irvine. Plays strong football. Comes down to a player there at Hanson. He'd bundled out of the way. Armadale take it, carry it forward now. Comes through there to play a player of Atwell. He missed thrown out by Henderson. And here's umpire Caprioti right on the spot. Picks it up and adjudicates as a free kick will go to Armadale. About 25 metres out of goal, just directly in front.
You're putting a fair bit of pressure on the man with the ball, Armadale, which is good signs. That's the only way you can possibly do any good against Kenwick. That's really put pressure on the man with the ball. And Farmer to shoot on goal here, 20 metres dead in front. Should make it his second. In fact, he's pulled the kick. Can he make the distance? He might have just slotted it through. It was a very, very shallow kick, but it's done the job. That's his second and Armadale's second. Yeah, good bit of football there, Armadale. They really applied pressure there, and the big fullback for Kenwick wasn't up to the task and shuffled out 2 grabs at the handball and was pinged. So yeah, very good football. Kenwick 2 straight goals. Armadale 2 goals 1. 2 goals 2. In fact, they're 2 points in front. So yes, promising start by the Armadale side. They've been here the 2 previous years and lost both grand finals comprehensively as Moore wins the ball out of the centre, gives it to Yawn, kick it. He pumps it up towards the 50-metre line. Stewart in front, can't mark it. Ball spills free to Del Paso. He wobbles the kick towards the square. Oh, good play by Marshall. He feeds a long handball away to Lindsay Atwell. He goes to the left foot, chips and finds Arkey. In fact, the ball's been brought back. It looks like Atwell was dealt with quite severely there by Sorrell. And he's being talked to by the umpire. Ball's going to be taken back. No, down the ground. In fact, it was only 20 metres anyway. Arkey to take the kick. He was good against Kelmscott, Arkey, and they need him. He's a strong, physical type of player. They need him to play well. As he kicks down towards the wing. Flying high is Thomas. A beautiful mark, and he has got a great set of hands, this guy Thomas. As he plays on, wobbly old kick. Not a good kick. Puts Cook under pressure, but he's good. Good skills as he weaves his way towards the wing and finds Irvine. Excellent skilled side, Kenwick, and as everyone's found out all year, they're a very extremely hard team to beat. He kicks up towards McKenna in front of Garvin there and held his ground and took a good mark.
That's an interesting match up there, Ray. You commented on earlier. Garvin on McKenna.
I don't like it myself.
No.
Having coached against McKenna, I just can't see Garvin being the man for McKenna, but we'll wait and see. There's McKenna kicking inside the 50 metres, unloads the big drop punt. Was right across the face of goals there. The big fella's in front, Stewart. The big hands go up, and he's too strong and too big down there in that occasion.
I just see Telek did it change. Del Paso came off and Kello come on for Kenwick.
Good, Adrian. Yes, the big fella, Stewart. He'd only be 15 metres out on a reasonably acute angle, so it won't be an easy kick. Armadale have the chance to go back to the front here, as looks like Kenwick runner being told to leave the ground. Stewart to shoot on goals. Being brought even on a more acute angle. This will be a tough kick. In fact, he plays on, centres it and finds Luff. Poor manning up there by Armadale. They just needed to cover those little leads out there. Now
unselfish play.
Well, certainly was, and Luff will kick 25 metres out, but a very good shot at goal here that was good play by Stewart. Realised that he couldn't kick the goal himself and found Luff there. Luff shoots on goals. In fact, he's drifted it right away to the right-hand side. Umpire Fred Miller says the minor score, so poor miss there by Kenwick.
Right, 1 point to Kenwick. Kenwick, they are 2-1, trailing Armadale 2-2 on the Bennett's Hardware scoreboard. Wait, Lahore to take the kick in for Armadale. Sterrett standing in the prescribed area. Lahore going to the scoreboard side of the ground, kicks it long. A beautiful kick into the centre square area. Tremendous mark there by Hanson. He plays on quickly now, onto the left foot. He's put down after play on the call, will come over the back, and the mark there taken by Atwell. This is Lindsay Atwell for Armadale. He comes out wide to the flank in the direction of Wall, but it's picked up there by Arkey. He swings around the right foot. He's got a loose man down the wing in Atwell. He plays on quickly, hooks it around the corner into wing and half forward. Punch clear there by player there and Williams. Comes down the ground. It's a desperate melee ensures, and umpire Ball decides he'll take control and ball it up.
Sorrell been replaced by Todd Hewitt, so Kenwick ringing the changes early.
Ball down, up forward. Armadale tried to take it out. Quick kick out of the pack there. Comes down, the player running on there. It's in centre half forward. Comes over back. The dangerous Hanson tries to feed the hand pass up. This is good. If it'll sit right, they could score here, Armadale. And it goes through to Quat. I think he's kicked on goal, but the mark taken there by Henderson, right on the last line of defence. Looks for his options.
A few opportunities for Armadale at the moment.
It was there. He kicks in short, and Craig Thomas takes the mark. In between full-back and centre-half-back, he comes in towards the grandstand side of the ground in the direction of Bourne Kickett, takes the mark. He's got a player loose and knocks, but opts to go into the centre square, into the centre circle area. There's 4 players in this one. There's Kickett, Justin Kickett, that comes forward, comes up, picked up by Luff. He shoots a quick hand pass out there to Irvine. He plays on quickly with a good kick into half forward, but it drops short. It's taken by Lindsay Atwell. He kicks around the corner, nothing on offer. Feed out there by lost to Mackenzie, but umpire Ball calls in and decides this will be mine, and I'll bounce it down.
So Mackenzie does the ruck work, feeds to Adam Kizovich. He's pushed in the middle of the back, in fact too high as umpire Ball. He'll take the free kick. A player that's come across from Kelmscott this year, Simon Adam Kizovich. He's fitted in very nicely at Armadale as an on-baller. Adam Kizovich goes for the drop punt, kicks down towards looking for Mackenzie. Oh, Hanley flies high, goes right over his head. Wall's got the run of the ball. Can he control? It bounces badly for him. In fact, the player's been pushed in the back there.
See, that was an opportunity set up, had it gone right.
It is. Knox at half back. What can he do? Kenwick actually going into a slight wind here as the ball holds up around Marshall. He gets overrun with the ball. Pushed away towards Bjorn Kickett. He's been busy early. Fumbles once, but is good enough to get it back as he pumps it up towards half forward. Out comes Kello. Goes round on the left foot. Awkward looking kick. Paddle on by Hewitt. Looking for a player there in Bain. He goes to the right foot up towards looking for Dawn Kickett. Could have interfered, but through comes Moore. The dangerous Moore goes on the left foot. Shoots on goal, but dropping back very effectively there is Adam Kizovich. He wants to take a bounce. Chips short. Puts a player under pressure there. Looks like Van Diemen, but he's good enough to get out of it. He takes a bounce. Runs out towards the 50-metre line. Pumps a drop punt to Maguire all by himself on the centre wing. Goes to the left foot. Beautiful kick. 65 to 70 metres. Drop punt, but no one there for Armadale as he finds Knox. He handballs over towards Thomas. He lounges out of the back line. Just walks out of the back line. Pops the handball over looking for a player there in Williams. He goes to the left foot. Poor kick up towards half forward. Kickett tries to paddle it forward. Socked forward by Moore. Only as far as Adam Kizovich. He's busy at the moment down in the back line. He gives it away to Atwell. Lahore running through the centre line. Wobbles a punt kick up towards half forward. They're just not quite being effective enough getting the ball into their forward line, Armadale. Conrad works hard. But out come the Kenwick defence once again through a player there in Williams. He pops it up towards looking for a young man in Hewitt. He goes to the left foot. Stewart's on a big move. It takes a good one-hander too. It's a big fella. Pretty hard run there by the big fella.
It's a shame the second semi-final, right? In that second quarter, Armadale had just as much possession but couldn't score. Meanwhile, play goes on. It's up the Stewart direction. It's over the back of the pack. Armadale tidy up through the agency of Atwell. It comes around the corner. Left foot kick in the pocket towards the wall, but he's forced over the boundary line and a throw in. Hanley in close attendance.
That should be a great contest. Wall versus Hanley.
Yeah, they're good, both good hard players, hard at the ball. Throw in takes place. Lahore's there. Stirrett's there. He brings it down with an intelligent lock. Whoops! Over the top it comes. Hanley's at the bottom of the pack, and the player there in James Wall, the captain for the day for Armadale, wraps him up, and umpire Levitsky says, "I'll bounce this one down." Levitsky puts the ball to ground. Lahore and Stirrett comes over towards the wall direction. Hanley's in front. Shepherd's the ball. He's brought to the ground. Puts the ball down. It's close to the boundary line, and it's over now, I believe. Yes, it is, and a throw-in to take place. At right half forward for Kenwick.
No quarter being given by those two,
No, going
versus
throw-in takes place.
Hanley.
Over it comes. in front there's Key. He does the hard work at ground level, scoots it out. Unfortunately to the wrong player there in Sterrett. He kicks high into half forward. In front there's McKenna, and he takes a strong mark.
Too good.
Closely attended by Garvin. McKenna decides to play on and bomb along towards the goal square. It's a huge kick going back in the square there, but it's forced through for Kenwick for the minor score. Scoreboard now, it sees the scores locked up 2-2 apiece, 14.
McKenna just loves to play on.
But
Adrian, McKenna just loves to play on quickly.
Yeah. Kick out, comes in the Lahore direction. He plays on quickly, goes out wide. No. It's a 50 metre penalty, so but I think he may have penalised Armadale there, Ray, that they had the advantage going down the outer side there, and I think they could have built up to something, but nevertheless, it's Lahore and Sterrett. Lahore with the free kick. Sterrett standing the mark. Lahore kicks high into the 50 metre zone. There's a pack up. Hanson's in there. It comes through there for Knox for Kenwick. Henderson comes away, goes in the Moore direction. He's bundled out. Henderson goes in hard, taken high. Play on's a call. Advantage played now as Kenwick come round through Bain. Bain gets into half forward, but in the way there is Adam
Kizevich.
Adam Kizevich in the way. He plays on. Kick back into towards the centre of the ground there, when Mackenzie takes a strong mark. He swings around the left foot. It's a wobbly old kick. Craig Thomas is suited, but clean bowls him. Taken there by David Collard. Kicks into full forward, but the mark taken by Knox. He plays on quickly. Has a man there in Bain. He'll go on the left foot. Kicks out wide towards the wing, towards the Justin Kickett area. He waits for the ball to bounce, picks it up, kicks in short there. And the mark, play on to Hewitt. It goes towards McKenna. McKenna comes over the back. Atwell's there. He leaves it at ground level and taken away by his brother.
Goes to the outer wing. In comes Luff. In fact, a free kick's been picked out. Looks like it's going Armadale way to DeRoost. Interference. Yeah, young Warren DeRoost on the outer half-back flank. Armadale playing well here. They get plenty of the ball, get good opportunities. They're kicking into the forward line, though, is not good enough at the moment. As through centre runs Graham Atwell. He goes long. That's a better looking kick, looking for Collard. Can he mark? No, he can't, as the ball spills over the back of the pack. Down comes Henderson. He goes for the boundary line. In fact, it could be deliberate. Umpire Capriotti very soft there, I thought.
Raised the ire of the crowd.
As Downing, the crowd don't like it. Capriotti says, you got away with it that time, son, but don't do it again. As Downing didn't have anything to do, so he went to the boundary line. Up goes Collard, paddles it forward his way. Out comes Henderson. He barges his way through, only as far as Moore. He could be holding the ball. In fact, yes, he is.
Good tackle.
Beautiful tackle there by the Armadale player, Collard, as Moore wanted too much time then, and he went to handball, decided not to, and was caught holding the ball. So Collard, these are the opportunities that Armadale had in the first half last year. Had they got these opportunities, they would have been in the game at half time. So
bit of reminiscence of this second quarter of the second semi-final, where they had just as much as the play, but never quite finished it off on the board.
They really need to kick these goals, Armadale. It's Collard, a veteran of the side. He's been playing in losing grand finals for many years now. As he lines
Beautiful.
up, in fact, he's drawn it to the left-hand side. And they're the misses that I don't think they're going to be able to cater for later on, as Collard kicks the minor score. So they do go to the front. Armadale 2-3-15, lead Kenwick 2-2-14. As Henderson brings it in the other side of the ground, and out in front of Knox. He lets him run. He paddles it forward, picks it up, one grab. Good play by Knox as he kicks up towards the wing. Kickett playing from behind. Ball spills to the ground. Weaves and ducks Kickett. Gets around on the left foot. Wobbles it up towards half forward. Out comes Adam Kizevich. He's had a real good quarter. Adam Kizevich very hard at the ball and effective down there. It's through his Arkey. He's playing like a man possessed, Arkey. He kicks down towards half forward. Atwell can't take the mark. In fact, he's been interfered with by Moore there. Play on. No, he's brought back as Atwell right in the centre square there, but pushed in the back by Moore. He's also a hard ball getter, Graham Atwell. His kicking sometimes lets him down. Can he find something? Joe Smith needs to move more. He's just standing around and make it easy. As he kicks the ball high, that's not good. That's not good enough. They need someone to move and run. As the ball gets stumped away over the boundary line. They need some leads, Adrian.
There was too many, 3 Armadale players up in that pack there, Ray, and the only bloke down at the back was the Kenwick player.
They need 1 or 2 to lead. It'll open up space for blokes behind them. It's making it far too easy for the Kenwick backman.
Throw in the left. right-hand forward pocket for Armadale. It's come to the base of the ground now. Picked up by Maguire. He's bundled unceremoniously out of there. Luff goes in hard at ground level. Snapped out the pack by McQuad, I think it is, but he's pushed it across and out of bounds on the full.
Only 3 times this year, Adrian, Kenwick have kicked under 20 goals in a game of football. That's fantastic, isn't it?
It's a tremendous effort.
That was against Kelmscott, Wanneroo and Maddington.
And Henderson kicks in. Mark taken by Luff short in between left half back and left back pocket. He kicks in towards the centre half back position. Picked up there by a play. Williams. He keeps the ball in front of him. Hand passes to Handley. He's had a bit of the fumbles today. Picks it up. No, he has another go. Comes back in and tidies up. Back there towards Williams again on the left foot around the corner. There's no one on offer, but he's got more coming through now. Knocks it, tells him forward towards Justin Kickett. He comes the rest. Goes one way, goes the other. Comes back on the left foot. Grub. It's a worm burner to borrow Rex Hunt's phrase, but he gets the hand pass away. Stirrett kicks short. Down they come. Can we go forward again? They're pushing it up. It's punched across the line there by Miller for Armadale, and the throw-in to take place deep in the left full forward pocket. You spoke about the forward structure down here for Armadale, Ray. Is there anything you'd do to liven it up a bit, or create some space?
They can't stand and expect to take big grabs.
Throw-in to take place. Comes over the back of Lahore's there. Stirrett. A quick hand pass to Moore. He shoots on goal, and I think he's pushed it through.
Looks
and
good.
on one of their rare sorties forward, Kenwick have scored. And on the scoreboard now, we see Kenwick move on to 3 goals to 20, leading Armadale 2-3-15.
That's the difference, Adrian. Just far more effective at working in their forward line. Moore just read the crumbs beautifully there, got around and just screwed the ball around the corner very safely and directly and went straight through the middle. So, yes, Armadale are getting enough of the ball. They just need the blokes to open that forward line up, give Joe Smith a chance to get one-on-one with Henderson and just move around a little bit more.
Would you move him out to centre half forward and give him a bit more freedom?
No, he's got a fire. He's their big gun. There's no point him sitting back and taking a second seat. He's got to be accounted for.
Right. Bounce down. Capriotti puts it to the ground. Knocked Armadale with the tap out. Comes out to Arkey. He's having a good game at this point. A hand pass out wide there. Kicked through it. Adam Kizovich. He kicks towards the Smith direction. But over the back it's Henderson takes a strong mark. Henderson now. He's got kick it out. Hanson out wide there. He feeds a hand pass back to the run of Henderson. Henderson through with the right boot out to the wing position. Just kick it, and in front there is Arkey. He's taken on. He hand pass on quickly. Adam Kizovich kicks into the pocket there towards Maguire, and he's taken a strong mark right on the boundary line.
Arkey's sensational at the moment.
Well, he's had quite a few possessions, and most of them have been effective.
He's a clear winner for Armadale at the moment, Arkey.
Right, Maguire for Armadale. He'll kick from about 60 metres. Usually a very good penetrating kick. He puts it up high. It's a beautiful kick right to the square. Smith's got to be in there. But it
might have bounced through.
Minor score.
They just need something to happen, Armadale. One or two of these sneak through and they're in business here. As Henderson plays on quickly, goes to the left back pocket. Finds Kello. He kicks up towards half-back looking for Irvine. He's under pressure from Adam Kizovich. Cleverly tapped down by Wall, but Miller fumbles at the vital time. Ball sprills out to Thomas. He's strongly tackled. In fact, could have been throwing it. Atwell ducks his head. Gets a wobbly kick back inside 50, but through comes Knox. Penetrating handball to the Kenwick player there as he wobbles up towards Hanley. He's under pressure from Arkey. Arkey, gets a bad bounce. Kello wobbles it up towards Lahore. It's looked like volleyball at the moment as Lahore punches it back through the interchange area. So, yeah, it's a hot ball at the moment. It's pretty hot in the kitchen as the umpire falls over. That's Graham Zanich's young fella there.
The tradition continues for the Zaniches.
Certainly does as ball gets thrown in. Taken away by Kello. Feeds a handball to Hanley. He gets a kick up towards half forward. Kicked it to nowhere. As Lahore, in fact, it's probably not a bad kick in the end because it's bounced out of bounds and that was the only thing they had going for him up there. As Lahore was all by himself. Lahore matching up on Del Paso. Garvin still on McKenna. That's an interesting decision by Rod Barrett. As Arkey goes up for the ruck as well. He wants to do everything at the moment as the ball is socked towards the Armadale goal. Through comes Kello. Desperate situation there by Collard, but Moore beautifully, and a magnificent pass by Moore. He finds Stewart on a strong lead, so Moore is having an influence, that's for sure at the moment. His possessions are very telling. You can tell the quality players out there at the moment. Moore is a very, very effective player for Kenwick. Whereas as an Armadale go into their forward line, they're just bombing it and blazing it. without an effect. Stewart goes short looking for Sorrell. It's not a good kick though. In fact, Sorrell gives away a free kick there, pushes to Roos right in the middle of the back, as was a fairly crude attempt at a mark by Sorrell. DeRoos moves it on quick to the outer wing and finds Marshall. They need to run off a bit harder in their backline, Armadale. I think Chip's looking for Graham Atwell. Spills a mark he probably should have taken. This one lets Kenwick in. Who is it out there? It looks like Luff. No, Moore. A dangerous Moore again. He gets it to Yorn kick it. He goes across the other side of the ground, looking for Big Stewart. Atwell chases with him. Keeps the ball in fact, but he might have been unlucky there. He is Atwell, as he accidentally socketed it. It's gone out of bounds on the full.
But I think really, Ray, he should have possibly taken that mark instead of concentrating on Stewart.
Yes, possibly. But as Stewart will kick on goal, as the siren's gone to finish the first quarter. As Stewart a long way out on a very, very difficult shot. Can he make a difference to the scoreboard here? As in he comes. Kicks away. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. And at quarter time, Kenwick 3-2-20, lead Armadale 2-4-16. What was a very interesting quarter of football.
Yes, the goal kickers for Kenwick. I've got two on the sheet here, McKenna and Kickett. And for Armadale, Farmer's put two through.
Start of the second quarter in the 99 grand final. Kenwick 3-2 lead, Armadale 2-4 as a bounce down takes place. No one actually wins the knockaway. There's players going in hard. Atwell gets a hurried kick, wobbles towards half forward. Down comes Hanson. He's met strongly by his own player there in Williams. Ball gets into a group of players there, and umpire Capriotti will bounce down between the centre and half forward for Armadale. Armadale desperate to hang in. They've had enough of the football to be encouraged, Armadale, this grand final. As Arquette goes up, he's been fantastic. He bursts his way through. Physical strength there as he pumps towards Smith. He can't hang on. Henderson doing well on Smith at the moment as he pumps a long, high drop punt out towards the outer side of the ground. Coming down is Adam Kizovich. He gets a fickle bounce, but Thomas, desperate there, hangs onto the football. Big group of players jump on top of it. Umpire Capriotti comes across and says, "I'll bounce." Ruckman to do battle. Gibb versus Bain. Pushed away by the smallest man there in Luff. As looks like Atwell falls over, pushed in the back, but no free kick. Very close to the boundary line, right in front of the scoreboard, which reads Kenwick 3-2-20, Armadale 2-4-16. Boundary umpire throws in. Bain gets the front spot, gets the tap away. Wall tries to soccer out of mid-air. He can't. As Armadale player, and looks like Adam Kizovich gets tackled high there by Luff, and he'll take the kick. He's been good, Adam Kizovich, early on, playing in defence. He's standing up very strongly. He pumps long into a slight breeze. Kick looking for Collard. He tries to punch the ball away. Coming in through is Williams. He's promising, this Williams. I don't know where he comes from, but he's
certainly had a good game.
As the ball gets paddled over the line by Knox. Kenwick backline under pressure, but hanging on well. Armadale just need to become a little bit more effective, and they'll be right in this grand final as Luff pumps towards the outer wing. Ball spills into open territory. Down comes Del Paso. He goes to the left-hand handball, but Lahore does well there as he cuts that handball off. Once again, the ball's out of bounds. Gibb trying to get front position, does well there as he only gets as far as Luff. His handball's under pressure, close to the boundary line again, and a period of ineffective play here by both sides, Adrian.
Yes, it certainly slowed down a bit, and another throw-in to take place. Kenwick's attacking side is on the wing side. Up they go, taken by Arquette again. He's certainly doing it at all levels of the ground. In the ruck, on the ground, he's been an effective player for Armour. This comes out to Wall now. He scouts around the back. A quick kick to the boundary line that goes across for throw in front of the scoreboard, showing Kenwick leading by 4 points, 3-2 to 2-4. Throw in to take place.
Armadale wouldn't be disappointed at this sort of play.
No, if they could tie them down now, kicking against the breeze would be ideal. It would give them a chance for the third quarter. Out it comes to the back there, down at ground there, picked up a Moore shoots a quick hand pass to kick it. The feed back to Moore again, onto the left foot. Beautiful pass into half forward. Sterrett bundled out the way. Through comes the player there in Sorrel. He kicks around, hand passes off. The ball comes into the pocket, taken by McKenna. He's tackled. The second tackle comes on, and it's a minor kick, but he's given a free kick for over the shoulder. McKenna with the free kick.
For the owner of a Nissan Ute, ASB 529, please shift your vehicle. Thank you.
Well, he didn't need to do that either, Waller was just
No, but yeah, I thought
very ambitious tackle. He had McKenna under pressure.
Justin McKenna now,
Can't afford to give away just cheap kicks close to goals.
the league's leading goal kicker, to shoot on goal. 30 metres out.
One
Puts
step,
it up.
one step and unloads
No,
it.
but I think he's pushed it to the right-hand side, the near side.
110 goals this year, Adrian. Great effort.
Good effort. I think when your teammate Sterrett's kicked a brace as well, Ray, so it's a double the Hall with a kick out now.
That did kick a fair share of goals.
Yeah.
There was no lack of opportunity.
No. The Hall now. He'll kicks to the outer side. Clears the 50-metre zone. There's a high packet of... No, ball comes to the ground. Armadale in front there through Van Diemen. Ball's kick. Kenwick kick it out, and Sterrett takes the mark. Sterrett out in front of Lahore. Approximately about 30 to 35 metres out. He'll kick from about 45. Warren Sterrett. Certainly a handy acquisition for Kenwick. Comes in now, Lahore on the mark. Measures the kick, but I think he's pushed it to the left-hand side, and a minor score. Kenwick 3-4, leading Armadale 2-4.
Kenwick just wasting a couple of opportunities there, Adrian.
Normally the reliable McKenna and Sterrett would have kicked those, but I don't think Armadale would have been too disappointed.
No, not at all.
Lahore now comes back into the goal square. The options are at the centre half back. He kicks out to the outer side again towards it. Kick us in front for Kenwick. He punches forward. Comes down there. Kenwick a best served. Bundled out. Moore's bundled over. Armadale kicking forward. The wing position is a wrestling match for Miller. It comes forward. He's tackled and caught. Play on the call. No, he's advantage played. And through comes Miller. Miller kicks into half forward. Smith behind. Not good enough. But he's good enough to recover. Well, who picked up by Armadale through the give.
What?
And kicked backward, and the mark taken by Troy Van Diemen. He plays on foolishly. Bundled out. Kenwick is served by Hanley. He tries to sock it off the ground. In goes Van Diemen. Bundled out. It's hand passed by Moore now. Through there to player there in Bain. Bain kicks down towards full forward. It's a race on in two here. Armadale best served by Atwell. He's tackled and held. Sorry, it wasn't my apology. Dwayne Marshall.
Now it's Atwell.
Atwell now to Marshall. Take it away, Ray.
He kicks up towards half forward or wing position looking for Wall, but Kickett thumps it away. That Kenwick saute there was all really shouldn't have happened, as Van Diemen ambitiously tried to play on. Should have just held it up and looked his options for a Smith or whatever, but called to play on, turned the ball over, and away Kenwick went. So Kenwick are great at taking advantage of other teams' mistakes as the ball gets tapped over the back. Luft can't handle it as through comes RK. Look at the strength of the man. He handballs to himself, goes back and gets it. Hangs on a bit too long, but it manages to get a kick away up looking for Farmer. He's in front, but thumped away by Hanson. Through comes Hanley. Bundles Atwell out of the road, but in fact he's given a kick away. And Atwell working hard at the moment, just to be a bit more effective. It's called play on, advantage rule as Wall pumps up towards half forward. Hanson reading the crumbs well, kicks back towards his mate and Kickett. Oh, it's hard to understand what Kickett was doing there as he lifted his knee into Atwell's chest, but he's got the mark. So Kickett, McKenna the only man leading at the moment. That's the way it goes. Wobbly old kick. As through comes Gibb. He falls over at the vital time, manages to get a hand to it and thump it out of bounds. So the actual kicking skills at the moment leave probably a little bit to be desired.
Hanley coming off and Hewitt going on for Kenwick.
As a throw in just outside the 50 metres for Kenwick. Del Paso does it. The ball spills over. No clear knock as working hard is Atwell there. He gets met strongly by Cook as ball comes in and says, I'll have it. They're working hard enough, Armadale. They've just got to be a bit more effective once they get it in that forward line. As Skip flies far too early. Bain takes it one grab. He's bustled out of the road. Away goes the ball. Look at that handball. Straight to Hewitt. As Hewitt opens the forward line up, looking for Stewart. The big hands go up. Playing in front of the Armadale backman there is Stewart. And this time, he's only 40 metres out directly in front, and a good forward would kick these 8 times out of 10, Adrian.
Yes, I see Smith out at centre half forward now, right?
Yeah, probably not a bad move because they are going into a slight wind as Graham Atwell comes off and his brother Bruce will go on.
Right, Stewart to shoot on goal from 30 metres directly in front. And I think yes he has, he's put it straight through the centre for another goal to Kenwick, and they move now to 4-4-28, leading Armadale 2-4-16.
Yes, just weight of numbers there, Adrian.
Yes.
Just sheer weight of opportunities. If they keep pumping it down there, eventually these good players will stand up and kick goals.
I think also too, Ray Kenwick's half back line has been a tower of strength for them. They've been certainly like Patterson there has been.
I mean, Joe hasn't had a touch yet so far. That quality player like that. Tookkelm's got a part last week. A player of his quality needs to stand up and be counted in finals like this.
At this point in time now with the game in the belt.
He looks a little whisker disinterested. In fact, he needs to generate some enthusiasm and get into it. As Moore comes out, he's a great ball winner. Oh, he's met strongly by his own man there. In fact, he was flattened by Bain. But the tough little man he is, he'll get up and go on with it as Arkey goes in strongly. Yeah, good solid play there by both Kenwick players. Eyes on the ball as they met each other. Arkey working real solid for Armadale at the moment.
Wall walking back a bit gingerly there.
My word. Some fire Levitsky to bounce down. Big group of players around the ball. Right in the centre of the ground as up goes Mackenzie. Bain wins the tap though. Straight to Lahore. His kick's smothered but still travels 25 metres to the outer wing. Knocking it forward is Del Paso, only as far as Moore. He's recovered. Goes to the right foot. He's a player that is kicking the ball well as he pumps it to the other side of the ground. Looking for McKenna. Through comes the Roos. McKenna's still good enough to get back into the competition as Garvin grabs him and pins him down. So yes, Moore is looks like he might be coming off with a blood rule. They wouldn't have him off for too long the way his ball getting ability is.
He's their engine room.
Looks like Burns. He's good. He'll go on, and I can't even see any blood on Jeff. I don't think he'd be too happy about that getting sent off. Must be very, very minor.
It was certainly a very solid collision, right?
Yeah, especially from your own man, Adrian.
Ball bounce don't take place. Armadale player and gives Mackenzie tries to take clean possession, comes back towards the goal square. He's certainly under hammers. Balls gets left behind. Down at ground level now. They're picked up by Atwell. He kicks to the outside the Lahore direction. He's going to be confronted by Del Paso. Is he good enough to get the ball? Tries the hand pass out. He's wrapped up quickly by Del Paso. He picks it up again. Comes back for a second. Short kick into centre half forward, and the mark taken by Stewart again. Stewart.
He's probably the most dangerous forward at the moment.
Yeah, McKenna seems to be reasonably well held by Garvin, but Stewart in the last couple of minutes has been able to break loose and take a couple of telling marks. Stewart now.
45 out on a slight angle, Adrian.
Shoots on goal, and I think he's...
Looks good.
Yes, another goal to Stewart.
Yes, he's giving a good strong leading target in their forward line, and Armadale can sort of look to that sort of thing. That's what they need, someone coming out from full forward, a Smith or a Collard, just giving that strong leading target, which at the moment they're far too stagnant.
And I think
they're very tall across half forward, Armadale too. They've got Smith, who's not moving, but all pushing up the ground into an area where he shouldn't be. McQuat playing sort of half forward flank like he's probably 6'3". Just not enough of manoeuvrability.
Umpire Caprioti to the ball to put it down now. Here comes the dangerous Arkey. He's going to go and have another go. The knock one there by Mackenzie comes to ground level now. Picked up by Kenwick. They kick the forward now. Out in front there's McKenna. Takes the mark right on the 50-metre line. McKenna. Lahore standing the mark. Dustin McKenna comes in now. Measures his kick. Puts it up high. I think she might carry the distance, but it'll drift to the left-hand side to the minor score. 5-5, 35 Kenwick, 2-4, 16 Armadale.
They're just starting to look very dangerous now, Kenwick. They're just taking control of this game, and Armadale must do something now to try and get back by half-time.
Kick in, shocking miss there by Atwell. Comes over the back, picked up by Kenwick. They go forward again, but they can't punish Armadale for it. Another minor score. 5-6-36 Kenwick. 2-4-16 Armadale.
Yes, McKenna's starting to get far too many opportunities. I was a bit worried about Garvin, that Garvin matchup. Eventually he's going to start slotting them through, McKenna.
Yep. There's
Marshall to kick the ball in. They need movement, Armadale. They've just got to sort of answer this challenge. It's desperate times. As Marshall comes to the, not a good option, I didn't think, as he kicked to the smallest man. Kickett's good there as he gets a handball away to Sorrell. He snaps on goals. It's going straight, but will it carry the distance? Big
Good
arms
mark.
of Stewart. He's not paid the mark. Because touch and goes. Lush tries to soccer it through. It's kicked away by Lahore. He's desperate there as he paddles towards the boundary line. In fact, it's been taken over by Burns. Stewart almost grabbed another grab there. Kenwick forwards is starting to really lift up the tempo, and Armadale, they've got to match this, or all of a sudden by half-time they're out of it. As Mackenzie taps down, gets a kick away. Lahore chases. Del Paso in front, pulls back inside, but in fact it's already over the bone. In fact, it could be on the full. It is. As Lahore looks like he'll take the kick in for Armadale. Lahore matching up on Del Paso. They've got actually Lindsay Atwell on Stewart. He lacks a bit of height there. I don't know. Whether he can hang on to Stewart. Maybe there's a move being made there. As Lahore pumps the ball. Good long kick out to the outer side of the ground. As up the big men fly. Miller taps it towards the ground. Mackenzie tries to tap it on. In goes Van Diemen. He only gets a kick about 15 metres looking for Farmer. He sockers it forward only as far as Justin Kickett. He weaves and ducks. Pulls around onto his left-hand side. That's a nice looking left foot drop punt as he pumps it inside 50. Luff can't mark. Across comes Garvin. Shows a turn of speed there as he only kicks as far as Del Paso though. He pumps back towards the square. Where's Stewart? He's down there. The big arms go up. He is paid this time. They're just far too short down there on Stewart. They've got to get someone with a bit of timber up there to match those big arms of Stewart.
I thought he had fair purchase on that one, and the right decision.
Yes, he's becoming a major worry.
If he kicked him for his third goal, and when you consider he had a couple of misses earlier on, he could have really put Armadale away.
Spain comes off for a rest and Kello goes on. Spain's been good as a ruckman. He's won the ruck so far. So Stewart from point blank range makes no mistake, and he's starting to really stamp his authority on this game, Warren Stewart. And if the game keeps going on as it is, could end up with a bag full. So Kenwick just starting to surge away here in this final as they move to 6-6 and Armadale 2-4.
I think also too, Ray, out the centre square there, Farmers, he kicked a couple of goals early, but he's been unsided since.
Has been. They need a lift from Wall. They need a lift from their runners, that's for sure. Arkey's been good. They've got to start winning the ball out of the middle. As Kello does the ruck work for Kenwick. This time Mackenzie wins it. Quite an effective tap. Bruce Atwell's met strongly by Hanson. Away comes Cook. Deft foot pass and finds Kickett. They're just really lifting their skills up, Kenwick, at the moment. Once they get into this sort of a pattern of play, it's usually good night as Kickett chips and finds Hanson. Too many loose men around. Armadale just flat-footed and not chasing. As Kickett pumps it in, looking for Stewart again. The big man, too strong for Atwell. They must make a move on this big man, Stewart, or this game is over. And in fact, he's given the kick away. Yeah, so I was wrong there, but by gee, Stewart is certainly far too strong. As Atwell puts Bruce Atwell under pressure, but he's good enough to do it. As he chips to the outer side of the ground and finds Big Mackenzie.
Mackenzie plays on quick. It goes to the left foot towards the scoreboard side of the ground there. Kenwick in best position, but they've under contest there with Miller, and the ball goes across the boundary line for a throw-in. Throw-in to take place. Mackenzie, takes clean possession, tries a quick kick out of the pack, but umpire, I think it's Levitsky, adjudicates for a ball up. I apologise, umpire ball. Umpire ball now, bounces the football down. Players go at it, Mackenzie's there. Knocked over, it's knocked forward. Here comes a dangerous kick at there. He kicks into the Stewart direction again. It's over the back of the pack. Luff's there, takes possession. Good play. Kicks back on an open goal and out of bounds in the right full forward pocket.
Stewart providing a real strong lead from that square.
Oh, he's certainly causing some problems there, Ray.
And if he doesn't mark it, he's providing opportunities for the smalls.
I noticed Hanson is also starting to come strongly in the game now.
Oh, quality player, no doubt.
Throw in Lahore in front.
Having the better of that.
McKenna tries to take clean position. The big man we're talking about, Stewart, taking the mark, and I think he's kicked another one.
He has.
Beautiful play. That's his fourth of the afternoon on the scoreboard now. Kenwick move on to 7-6-48. Armadale 2-4-16.
I honestly think, Adrian, they must move Lahore back from centre half back off Del Paso onto Stewart, because he's dominating the game at the moment.
Giving away too much height too.
Far too much height and weight, yes. This is too big a ask for Lindsay Atwell. Last week he played on Gerald Hanson, who's like almost a rover status.
Rover type, yeah. Umpire Capriotti with a football back in the centre now. The game's starting to slip away slowly from Armadale. Capra bounces the ball down there. That is Mackenzie. Knocked forward by Kenwick. Taken by Kickett. Braun Kickett kicks into full forward. The Stewart direction again. And, well, what can you say? He'll kick on his fifth goal. Attempt to kick his fifth goal for the quarter.
Or either we're blind of bad judges, Adrian, or there's a problem somewhere, because you can't leave things like this going in a final.
I'll say it's about 15 minutes too long, Ray. And Warren Stewart now putting his stamp of authority on this game. Kicks for his... Oh, he's pushed it across. No, I think he may... We'll wait on it. Minor score.
Yes, that was a sitter. He'll be disappointed, as he is, because there's an absolute bag of goals awaiting him in this final if things continue as they are, and he would have been disappointed at that.
Lahore now to take the kick in when the ball is returned. 7-7-49 Kenwick. 2-4-16 Armadale.
They just seem to have switched off, Armadale. They were so good and so on the ball in the first quarter, and to go from that to this, it must be heartbreaking for a coach. They can't maintain their consistent pressure.
Could you see any changes you'd make?
Yes, Stewart immediately.
Yes, certainly. That's one. Lahore now kicks towards the grandstand side of the ground. And there's Van Diemen. He can't take the mark. Irvine's met solidly. Come through. Moore's in best position. He's going to be able to Arkidi. He hand passes quick. Hanson feeds one through. Sits up Justin Kickett with a foot. Play on the call. Goes in the wide to Del Paso direction. He shoots in, and who's got the football? The man of the moment.
He's having a big quarter, Warren Stewart. That was a pretty crude sort of an effort from Kickett there too.
Yes.
They don't need that sort of thing going as well as what they are. Bruce Atwell comes off, Graham comes back on.
Stewart now to shoot on goal. Lahore on the mark.
I'd be putting Joe Smith in the ruck guard. I think it's just fair dinkum bludgeon down there.
Stewart shoots, and I think he
likes it. No.
Minor score.
Gee whiz. That is another sitter by big man. That game could have been well over with those two goals on the board, Adrian.
Right, mate.
There's Garvin to bring the ball back in. Yeah, Armadale need a spark before half time as Garvin goes to the outer side of the ground with a drop punt. Kick into a one-on-one on Miller. Kenwick is so good in these one-on-ones. McKenna takes the crumbs, spears a pass in, but out comes Adam Kiesovich. He's been solid. Definitely one of their better players, Adam Kiesovich. Has 50 metres. Over-exuberant tackle there on Adam, the little fella. And he'll get 50 metres. So some slight relief there, Armadale. They've been working in their back line for the last 10 minutes. And the defenders under all sorts of pressure. There's Adam Kiesovich brought up to the middle of the ground. He's got to try and take on Luff. That's ambitious. Gets around. Pumps it up towards half forward, looking for Maguire, but Hanson
clever mark.
Just eases Maguire out of it. Maguire seems to struggle against Kenwick too. He plays some great games against other teams, but can't seem to come up against Kenwick. His ball in the middle of the ground, out for Yawn kicking. He's been solid, very solid. In fact, he's holding the ball on this occasion. That's the sort of tackling they need, Armadale's. Miller, a good tackle on Yawn Kickett. So Miller, there's no movement. They need Smith. Come on, Joe. Provide something here. This time he's on the lead. Oh, it goes over his head. Through comes Graham Atwell, pumps a mongrel punt in looking for Farmer. He paddles it forward quite cleverly, but beats him over the line out of bounds.
I don't think Ray, the forward line are making the front position. It's like Farmer then was playing from behind, trying to reef the ball over his Kenwick opponent.
You can't see where they're going to manufacture anywhere enough goals.
So Handley comes back on.
El Paso off. It's ball deep in the Armadale forward line. Can they get something here? The shot on goal. In fact, it's gone right across the face. A foot race on as Big Henderson is taken on by McQuat. Who will win the race? It's Henderson as he soccers off the ground. Out towards half-back. Coming across is Arkey. What can he do? Ducks and dives. Oh, he's probably had too much variety there. Should have been holding the ball. In fact, it's gone over the line. In fact, there's a bit of a fight on behind the play here. Looks like Dave Collard, gets mixed up with someone down there. In fact, the kick's been picked out, and Dave Collard will take it. So I don't know what happened there, but maybe Armadale could do with some livening up here as Dave Collard. I thought Arkey had too much chance there to get rid of it and should have been pinged holding the ball, but he got away with it. And now Collard will shoot. It'll take a good kick, though, because he's right on the 50-metre line. Armadale would be desperate to try and score something here before they go in at half-time. Dave Collard, what can he do? It would be a good kick as the Farmer goes on the lead. Everyone else is just standing and waiting. I think he fancies himself.
Well, look.
And he comes, drop punt.
Oh, he's given it every chance.
It goes right to the edge of the
kick.
square. In fact, it's a magnificent kick. A beautiful kick as Collard tells Hansen, how did you like that, my boy? As he threaded it through, and that's just what the doctor orders as players come from everywhere to congratulate Collard. That's a much-needed goal to Armadale. They need a spark now. Get the ball out of the middle, get it down there and score another goal.
Can that be the spark that ignites?
Yes, those Armadale midfielders needed, as Joe Smith is being brought on the ball, Adrian.
Yeah.
I think
you're right there, right?
Probably needed to be brought on a lot earlier, just to rev him up or get him involved in the game, get some touches.
Right, as Ray's just said then, Smith into the centre circle. Looks like he'll be doing the ruck knock. Smith goes at it. He's up high. Good knock forward. It's taken by there of Irvine. He's under pressure immediately by Wall. Through comes the player there and Cook. He's tackled. Feeds the ball out. This is Justin Kickett. He falls over at the moment.
That's better, Joey. Good chase down and tackle.
Smith goes in. Comes to Wall. He's under pressure. The ball spills free in the pack there. Comes away now. Arkeys at ground level again, fighting hard. Kenwick flick it out. Goes for scramble up. Armadale playing with a lot more determination now. Then it goals up. Picked up by Thomas. He's bundled out of the way. And through comes the Armadale player. Can't quite get picked up there by Bjorn Kickett. He hand passes through to Justin Kickett. He puts up a high kick into the square. Sterrett's over the back. The ball drops a bit short than what he anticipated. Armadale the best served. Here they coming out now. The short kick, the boundary line. Oh, terrible kick. I thought he could have done a bit more with that and pumped it down further ground, cleared it out of the danger zone. As it is now, as a throw to take place just outside the 50-metre zone that Armadale are defending. Throw in. Lahore's there. He's over the back. McKenna's behind. Punched forward there by... It come through to Lahore. He kicks forward. Hansen's in front. He'll take clean possession. Good play. Dummy beats one. Short kick in. And the danger player there is Moore back on the field.
Yeah, terrific use of the ball there, Adrian.
Moore plays on quickly. Bjorn Kickett's loose. And this is what brought Armadale undone the third quarter of the semi-final. Kenwick players were allowed to drift down through the centre of the ground, and saw that again through Bjorn Kickett.
They really have got a powerful engine room, though, Kenwick, in Moore, Hansen, Justin Kickett on the wing, Bjorn Kickett's a rising star. They just get so much of the ball, that midfield, that that's why they overwhelm teams.
And he's missed to the right-hand side, and it's out of bounds on the full.
Garvin to bring the ball back in. These Armadale defenders will be really looking forward to half-time to have a bit of a break. It's Kenwick 7-8, Armadale 3-4.
Garvin with the football now. Deep in the left full forward pocket. Comes out with the left foot. Kicks out to the edge of the 50, just outside the 50 metre. Lahore's there. High fly by Kenwick over the back. It's shoveled up. Picked up there by, player there for Armour. He kicks forward to Arkey. He's got the football. Wall. Farmer. He kicks forward. Taken by Armadale. They kick forward. It's blocked off again. But good play. Good aggressive running at the football there. But it's forced across the boundary line to throw in at left half forward for the Armadale side. Just outside the 50 metre zone. Throw in. Kenwick player, his best serve. He takes clean possession. That was Callow. Picked up Armadale, kick forward, and Hansen's in front, behind rather, and he can't stop a player, I can't quite pick his number
Maguire.
up. Dwyer and taking the mark.
Well, he's a good kicker of the football. He shall easily make the distance.
Chris
And
Maguire.
They need this.
Armadale desperately need this goal to keep in touch. Not far off half time.
If they could get this and get another one, they'd be back in the ball game.
Yes.
Considering they've been right out of it in the first 15 minutes.
Stabs at the football, and I think he's made no mistake. A brilliant
beautiful
kick by
kick.
Chris Maguire.
Yeah, he doesn't miss too many of those, Maguire.
No.
They really need him to stand up there, get on back on top of Hansen and kick 2 or 3 more goals before this game's over.
But I think they need the players like Farmer and Wall to start, really putting pressure on some of those running players of
Absolutely, they got to man
Kenwick.
up.
Man up,
sure.
yeah.
Well, that's a good reply, the last 2 goals, so that's brought them back into some sort of a position here as Joe Smith beaten by Kello. Ball spills down to Arkey. By gee, he's worked hard this half. As Smith is good as he gets a handball away. Falls out to Van Diemen. He gets a second chance. It kicks up towards half forward. Oh, the Water Boy's in the road. Get out of the way, my boy. As through comes McQuat. And the Armadale Water Boy also in the road there. As cuff comes Hansen. He falls over to Vital, but it's good enough to get a kick away. Wobbling up towards Wall. He tries to keep in front of Kickett there. Through comes Collard. He's bustled over the boundary line. Can't keep it in. Armadale suffered losses at the last 2 grand finals to Kenwick. Would dearly love to turn this one around. It's a clever handball by Thomas to Moore. Look at this kick as he kicks into open space looking for Irvine. He's got a bad bounce which enables Lindsay Atwell to come in and put pressure on him. Still going at the ball hard is Irvine. He's tackled strongly. Charging back in there is Lindsay Atwell. He's having a red hot crack, but he can't get break free there in that contest right in the centre of the ground. Kenwick 7-8-50, lead Armadale 4-4-28, 22 points. Armadale desperate for that next goal. Smith, that's better play by Joe Smith. He wins a convincing tap, but shepherded very well out of the play there as a Kenwick defender. Williams, he kicks up towards half forward looking for McKenna. McKenna gets around on that dangerous right foot, pumps it long to the square. This time Sorrell's down there, but playing from behind. This time good football by Marshall. He's able to get it over to the safety of the boundary line. So once again, Kenwick into their forward line looking dangerous. Can't be long to go to half time as Arkey looks like he's going to leave the ground and could be in a bit of trouble there with the shoulder.
Shoulder by looks of it, yes.
That'll be dangerous as Sorrell reads the play there off the pack quite well. Thumping it away is the Roost. In fact, he goes again with a punch and forces it over the boundary line.
And Marwick comes on for Armadale.
Yes, they can't afford to lose Arkey. He's been real good in this first half.
Yeah, it looks like he's favouring his shoulder.
He is. As the throw-in takes place, Smith takes it. He's looked better once he's got on the ball, Joe. Probably a move they could have made earlier on just to get him involved. As Kello takes the grab on the other side of the ground, goes to Moore. He's getting too many touches. Goes to the left foot and making good use of him too as he gets it toward Luff. Inside 50. In fact, the siren goes there as Luff shoots on goals, but that's it for the second quarter. And Kenwick playing an extremely good first 10 to 15 minutes. They was able to break it over slightly. Armadale coming back with 2 late goals is giving them still a chance in this second quarter. As the score at half time, Kenwick 7-8-50, lead Armadale 4-4-28. Bounce down to take place at the start of the third quarter in this 1999 grand final, which Kenwick leads 7-8 to 4-4. Moore overruns the ball at the centre bounce and getting his way through his kicker. He gives it away to Hanley. Hanley with a nice looking drop punt. Out comes Stewart, but he's knocked off the ball. Sorrell overruns it, socket away towards the outer boundary line. Dave Collard leading in the race, but through comes Del Paso. Shoots at goal on the left foot. Brings back towards the centre of the square. Stewart once again takes the grab, only 15 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. So a great start from Kenwick as Del Paso with a good use of the football there, deep in that pocket. Was able to bring the ball back into a central position, and Stewart once again in best position. So
looks like quicker to change. Ray
Stewart
coming
shoots on
down.
goals. I think he's done the job once again. That's a great start. That's through the middle. Brilliant start from Kenwick there as they bang one on the board in the first minute of the game. As Williams comes off in the first minute of the game in the third quarter and Burns goes on. That's interesting. Make a move that early in the quarter. So top start from Kenwick, something Armadale did not need. They would have been desperate to try and get something happening in this quarter. Kenwick winning the ball away in the middle of the ground extremely well at the moment through Kickett and Jeff Moore. This time Atwell, but he's knocked off the football. Look at Kickett going through. Gives it away to Justin Kickett. Ducks and weaves. Gets around onto his left foot. Nice drop punt into the half forward line looking for McKenna. He's in front. Strong one grab. Collard looks like he's picking up McKenna. That's good play by McKenna as he bangs in a pass looking for Stewart. Out comes a big man. Bang on the chest. And he'll have his second shot on goal inside the first minute of play in this third quarter. He's having a big influence on this game, Warren Stewart. He is the focal point down there and he's doing it well. Comes in 40 metres out, virtually directly in front. Not a good kick this time as he pulls it away to the left-hand side. So he has missed 3 or 4 opportunities, the big fella. Must have kicked 5 already and could have well easily kicked 8. As Garvin brings the ball back into play. Oh, they've got a loose man here in Marshall. There's no one within 30 metres. He decides to take the bounce. Sorrel in hot pursuit. He doesn't get near Marshall as he kicks up towards the wing looking for Smith. He's behind. Thumped away by Van Hint. Straight down towards Graham Atwell. He kicks up towards half-forward line, but reading it beautifully is Irvine. Floats over the back of Arkey and takes a good solid mark.
Right, Kenwick. That's Irvine, kicks in towards the centre of the ground there, over the back and takes a strong mark there, player there in Knox. Knox with the mark now. Looks for options. Thomas runs out wide, but he comes to the grandstand there, the other side of the ground there, in the Hanley direction. He takes a mark unopposed. Hanley now, looking further field in the McKenna direction. Stewart offers the lead. Kicks in that direction. He's well placed, punched away by the defence there, comes to ground level now, picked up there by a player there in Gibb. He comes around the right foot, kicks back into the centre of the ground towards Mackenzie, but he misses the mark. Well spoiled. Gets a free kick. Play on the call, will have to come back. Just talking to Armadale officials, Ray, Arkey has a shoulder injury, so he may not reappear.
No, he's out there.
Kick forward, the mark there taken by Maguire.
Yeah, he's out there, Adrian.
He's out, is he? Well, obviously they must have decided that it wasn't as bad as what they initially thought it was.
Maguire will go close from here, Adrian. He's a good long kick. Need it desperately.
Chris Maguire. Kick on goal, Hanson on the mark, puts it up high. Beautiful kick, and I think he's made the distance. Certainly has, despite the effort of Gavin Hanley in the goal square. Scoreboard now, Kenwick 8-9-57. Armadale 5-4-34.
So yes, terrific kick there from Maguire. They just need him to get a hold of the ball around and inside that 50 metres, and he can do the job for him. He's just got to get it to him, or he's got to be able to get himself into a position where he can get hold of it.
Would you like to see him up on the ball?
No, they've got to kick goals, and he's the man to do that. So he's a guy that can generate quite considerable enthusiasm, and he can lift the side. So he's just got to be able to get hold of it. He's playing on a good player in Hanson. In actual fact, they've got a loose man down in there in the goal square, Armadale, so the ball bounce down takes place. It goes Armadale's way. Good handball by Mackenzie. He gets it out into space to the run of Van Hinty. He goes with the left foot, kicks down towards the player there in Gibb, but coming out in front is a young man in, looks like Kello, is it? No, Woods, if I look at it. In fact, it's Downing, the back pocket player, Downing. Yeah, did well there as he forced that ball over the boundary line. So Armadale going into attack once again. This is good to see as Gibb comes, thumps the ball close towards the boundary line, but it's a fickle bounce as Downing once again tried to get it to Hanley, but couldn't find him and went over the line out of bounds. So Armadale just trying to G themselves up here for a big assault on this game as Smith flies over the tap. that does well as he feigns a handball, gets it away, but only as far as Knox. Strong tackle by Van Diemen. Smith goes back and gets it, but he's knocked off the ball. Good body work by both sides here as Knox gets around the boundary line. Clever play by Knox, but he's knocked off the ball. Good play by Farmer there. And pressure's been put on Knox, and he's kicked it out of bounds on the full.
Smith's showing a lot more endeavour in the ball, Ray.
Terrific to see. He needs to show endeavour. He's a quality player.
A player down there's Farmer for Armadale.
So Graham Atwell to bring the ball in. Farmer is down as Maguire gets the lead, but Graham Atwell kicks too close to the boundary line as Big McQuat flies up. In fact, it's been touched over the line out of bounds. You needed just to bring that ball back a little bit more central. 25 metres out of goals. Give the forwards a chance. This boundary down takes place. Bain wins the tap as far as Hansen. He gets a handball to Moore. Puts him under pressure. Strong tackle by Van Diemen. That's the way to tackle, boys. Diemen, a second effort once again, but he gets it away to Bourne kick it. He's had good possessions, good quality possessions. It kicks up towards the wing, but Lahore couldn't control it, and it spills over the line.
Throwing to take place right in front of the interchange area. Armadale trying hard. Rucknock to go. In goes Mackenzie. Baines there. Knocked forward. Kick it's there for Armadale, but it's picked up there by a player in Van Hint. He kicks forward, and the mark taken just outside the 50 metre there by a player in McQuat. He kicks high to the just outside the edge of the square. The kick it's there for Hansen is picked up by Farmer, and he's put it through for his third of the afternoon. Great play by William Farmer. Good goal, and this certainly brings Armadale a little closer to Kenwick. 8-9-57, 6-4-40, 17 points the difference. Well, certainly a ray of hope there, Ray, so to speak.
There is, Adrian. As the crumbing players from Armadale there just got lively when that ball hit the ground. Onto it goes Farmer. He kicked the first 2 goals of the game. They need his energy and excitement down in that forward line. He's a goal-kicking player that has been good for him down there in that forward line. They need him to fire up. See, we went missing there in the second quarter as umpire ball to bounce the ball down. 17 points in favour of Kenwick.
Moore scrambled forward, picked up there by the dangerous Arquis. He comes around across his body, kicks into between centre and half forward, taken there by Wall. He kicks across his body. Out in front, bounce eludes there, Maguire. Hanson's in there for Kenwick. He's keeps the ball in front of him, forced towards the boundary. Taken by Henderson. He chips the ball inboard. Taken by the dangerous Justin Kickett. He kicks a short pass down towards the wing position, but that's chopped off by Van Diemen. Van Diemen transfers play to the more central location, and the mark taken by Adam Kiesich, I think it is. He hand passes on towards the Mackenzie direction. He kicks long and wobbly into half forward. Smith's there. He's bundled out of the way and will get the free kick. And suddenly Armadale smell a chance.
Yeah, that's better, Armadale. They're playing with a bit of enthusiasm, a bit of and
a good thing about that, Smith got the front position there and was prepared to cop the buffeting and resulted with getting a free kick.
He certainly did. They desperately need Joe to stand up. If him and Maguire can get something happening down there. He's a very good kick at goal, Joe, too, so you'd pretty well fancy his chances from this distance. So he comes in with a drop punt. Bangs away at goal. Freddie Miller does not move, and Joey Smith bangs another one on the board for Armadale. So that's a great start to this third quarter.
Interchange
coming from everywhere, showing a bit of enthusiasm for this.
And
they believe their chances in this final are now strong, as they've shortened the deficit. Kenwick 8-9. Leading Armadale 7-4. Yes, terrific stuff by the Armadale boys here. Need to win the ball out of the middle again. In fact, there's a blood draw. Looks like a Kenwick player in Hansen coming off. And yeah, it looks like Dean Williams will come back on. So the momentum just switched around a little bit. Kenwick just looking under pressure at the moment. That's great stuff by Armadale. Just attacking the ball hard. Tackling hard and working their forward line. You just look at their forward line now. It's much more open than it was in that first half, with blokes playing deep and leaving the space there for Maguire and the big guy in the square, McQuat, to move into.
Noticeable that the half forward line's playing further up the ground, Ray, for Armadale.
Moved from the forward line to man up on Maguire, so that's that's something that's altered a change by Kenwick, because Armadale once again win the ball out of the middle. This has made all the difference. Armadale getting the ball out of the middle, and they get it to Farmer. He kicks up towards half forward. Beaten this time. Marwick, that's the player there in Downing, does well from the back pocket as he kicks Well, in the left foot, long up towards half forward. In fact, the kick's been picked out here. Shepherding off the ball, I'd suggest.
Yeah,
Armadale
was on
will take
against
the kick,
Hanley.
so that's a significant change. Instead of Armadale, Kenwick having it on their half forward line, Armadale now pumping it back into their forward line. So Wall to take the kick right in front of the scoreboard. With Kenwick 11 points in front of Armadale at this stage. Kicks in towards the 50-metre line. Thumped away by Downing. Only as far as kicking. Oh, he fumbles. Wait a more. He's got a touch of the fumbles. Strongly tackled as well. This is terrific stuff by the Armadale boys. Capriotti says, I'll have it. But Armadale showing a good bit of enthusiasm here at the moment for the game.
Capriotti with the ball now. There's a great large bunch of players around the ball. Awkward bounce. Favours Kenwick. Quick hand pass out by Irvine. Up and under kick by Bain into the centre of the area there. Players middle ground level. It's knocked forward. Everyone's set upon. Lahore goes in for Armadale, and umpire Capriotti says, I'll bounce it again. Just outside the 50-metre square on the outer side of the ground. Justin Pickett picks himself up off the ground. Capriotti better bounce this time. Knocked forward by Bain. Comes through. Armadale the best served by this one. He tries to spin and he's immediately wrapped up, and another ball up ensures. Just the slight. Kenwick
tightened it up, Adrian.
They have, right? Throws it up. Away they go now. Knocked forward there by Bain. Comes to kick it. He shoots a hand pass, but Armadale swoop on. They feed the ball forward. They come forward again, but looks like Atwell, I think it is. He kicks. He kicks it out. Smith the fly and takes a tremendous. And Armadale are on fire. Can they keep this momentum going? Smith now kicks long. Dropped just outside the full forward area. Over the back, there's a fumbled mark. Through comes down. Hand pass out. Kenwick come forward. Comes to Luft. Luft feeds the run of Thomas. Thomas comes through into wing and half forward. Bourne kick it's there for Kenwick. Takes front position in front of his Armadale opponent there in Van Root, the Roost. Kicks forward the Stewart direction. McKenna's there. Knocked away there by Collard. Lahore's in. He goes over the top of a player and is forced out of bounds, and throw in to take place in between right half forward and right full forward pocket for Kenwick. The scoreboard 8-9-57, Armadale 7-4-46. As Ray said earlier, 11 points of difference, and Armadale has certainly lifted the rating. Comes through there, taken by Gavin Hanley now. He beats one, can't beat the tackle. Picked up there by Van Hint. He feeds the ball out around the quick kick forward there, and the mark taken by just waiting to see there a player in Todd Hewitt. Key stands the mark. Hewitt for Kenwick now with the football. Looks towards the Bjorn Cookwood area, nothing moving. Called to play on. Kicks with the left foot there towards McKenna. He's in front, can't mark. Taken there by Mackenzie. Feeds the ball out to the run of Marshall. Marshall for Armadale to the outer side of the ground. Pumps it wide. The rough foot races on there. Kick it.
Burns.
He takes the hand passes away there to a player in Downing. Downing for Kenwick. Kicks to the Bacon half-forward position. Armadale the best serve. They get a terrible bounce. Taken by Kickett. He's immediately wrapped up. And immediately aboard the free kick for a high tackle.
The other way
it's been
around.
reversed. So they're certainly going Armadale ways, Ray.
Certainly is. As the Roost to take the kick off half back as he kicks up towards Farmer, but Big Baines in front. Players called to play on there as it's socket towards the middle of the ground, barging his way through is Moore. He ducks and dives. Clever football as he feeds that beautiful handball away to Irvine. He goes by hand to Big Bain. Oh, Baines kicks smothered by the Roost. Wonderful football as the young fellow wobbles the kick out towards the boundary line. In fact, he's successful, and that's terrific stuff there by the young kid as he smothered Baines' kick. That's desperation at its best. As he found the umpire to throw it in on the outer side of the ground. This is thrilling stuff by the Armadale side, giving themselves a chance in this final. As look at who's got it, Morey. Beautiful drop punt looking for Stewart. That's a terrific kick and a great mark. And he really is just stamping himself just slightly above this competition, Morey, as he's able to crumb beautifully, and his foot passing is a delight to watch as he found the big man on a strong lead. So Stewart, he's had a great game up at full forward as he lines up about 45 metres out. In he comes with a drop punt. In fact, I think he's kicked it to the right-hand side. He has. It's been forced through for the -4. That takes Kenwick to 8-10. And they leave Armadale 7-4. This is a dual battle at the moment. Kenwick expected to run away with this game in the second half, but Armadale really having a crack here and making this final something to watch for the spectators, and they're delighted, I'm sure. The last two haven't been good in the second half. Spectators just absolutely loving this close tussle, with Armadale doing extremely well. As Lahore goes long to the outer side, good penetrating kick as he looks for Collard. He uses his body and takes a strong mark. Beautiful mark by Dave Collard. Armadale wanting to play on, but the ball being called back. They just got a bit more run in their legs this quarter, Armadale. They're prepared to get off and offer some leads and some movement upfield. So Collard, good strong mark in that contest as he beat McKenna there. He's been moved on to McKenna as he pumps it up in front of the scoreboard. Oh, Smith flying high, but way too early. In fact, he's given away a kick. Thomas to take the kick. Craig Thomas chips into the middle of the ground looking for Kickett. He's been very good. Extremely good Kickett. He's a real player of the future. Many possessions as a runner. Pumps it up towards half forward looking for McKenna. Collard comes across. McKenna can't take the mark. In fact, I think he has there. Yes. Beautiful grab. Looking the wrong way. Took a strong overhead mark. He'll kick from just inside 50, but it's a kick that McKenna can kick the ball a long way.
Interchange there, Atwell off, and Wall comes back on.
So the dangerous pair of Stewart and McKenna are really offering the most opposition as McKenna pumps it up. It's held up into the wind. It's right on the goal line. In fact, it's just been punched over by Marshall. In fact, Garvin it was. So Kenwick 8-11, 59. Lead Armadale 7-4, 46. Garvin to bring the ball back in. Goes to the outer side. Always kicked into open space. This is an open ball here as Atwell runs onto it. Oh, funny looking handball. Gets it away effectively to Farmer. He wants to take them on and does as he runs outside 50. Pumps long towards the wing looking for Lindsay Atwell. He was behind, but now he's in front as he gets the ball down to the ground. Only as far as Thomas. He feeds a good handball away to Justin Kickett. Just bombs it into the forward line. McKenna leads in the race of the ball. Will it stay in? It's close to the boundary line. In fact, no, it doesn't. So it's a good battle at the moment. Armadale taking it up to Kenwick. Kenwick desperate to get that next goal, just to try and get that momentum back.
Right. Throw to take place deep in the left full forward pocket for Armadale. Kenwick, sorry. Lahore's there. Big thump forward. Comes through for Thomas for Kenwick. He hand passes clear. Taken there by Bain. He's chipped it back to the Kickett direction. That's Justin Kickett from a standing start. Kicks into centre half forward McKenna. Over the back of the pack there. Comes through to the play of Mackenzie. He feeds the ball out wide. But Justin Kickett is in the way. Fumbles the ball. It's about third, fourth time this afternoon he's fumbled balls that he normally would have taken in a match day. But obviously the pressure out there is starting to build a bit, and mistakes are starting to creep in. Umpire Capriotti now. Bounce down. They go. At it. Through goes. Kicked up by the ground there by Atwell. Atwell kicks high and puts it straight across the boundary line. Out of bounds on the full. Moore to take the kick back into play. In between wing and half forward. The next to come inboard in towards the Stewart and McKenna direction. The pack forms. There's a mark there and the mark taken to Graham Atwell. Plays on quickly. Comes out the Farmer direction. He kicks wide to the grandstand side of the ground. The foot brace is on. In there's Burns for Kenwick. Comes forward. Key goes in and lends a hand out. He's wrapped up Burns. Key comes back in again. Armadale the best served through the agency of Van Hint, and he feeds the ball across the boundary line. Right in front of the interchange area. Van Diemen and his Kenwick opponent has changed some pleasantries. Throw to take place. Players Johnson. Baines there. Takes clean position. Tries to feed it out. Ball's wrapped up. Farmer goes in. Hanley tries to feed out. Comes to Hanson now. Hanson was thought about taking the bounce, but plays on, kicks into half forward. And the mark taken there by McKenna. McKenna, the kick on goal. Doesn't waste any time. Goes back and shoots long towards goal. And I think he may have... No, short and through for the minor score. 8-12, 60 Kenwick. 7-4, 46 Armadale.
Just kicking from the right on the edge of their kicking distance at the moment, the Kenwick boys. They've had their last 3 shots and kicking from about 50, which is
kicking comes out wide, comes to the dangerous Arkey, and he makes tremendous ground, takes a strong, good mark at ground level. Arkey, more on the mark. He's had a good game for Armadale this afternoon. Chips the ball short there to Atwell direction. He can't. I think it's Atwell. He can't mark it, and it's forced. No, it's still in play. No, it's across the boundary line now. Throw to take place on the outer side, just Kenwick's left half forward. Mackenzie's in there for Armadale. Bain for Kenwick. Comes over the back of the pack there. Scrabble picked up there by a player in Hewitt. He tries to chip the ball forward. Taken by Kickett. Dangerous Kickett. He chips inshore towards the Hanson direction. He comes on the right foot. Kicks back on goal, and the half-back flanker may have kicked one. I think he has. Yes. Tony Hanson, Kenwick's deputy vice-captain, has kicked his first goal for the afternoon and Kenwick's 9th. And they move on now to 9-12, 66. Armadale 7-4, 46, 20 points the difference.
Yes, terrific shepherd on the line there by Stewart. It wasn't going to go through for a goal unless Stewart really used his body well there, and he did. He got Garvin out of the way and enabled that to go through. So just Kenwick just breaking the deadlock there a little bit.
Yeah.
And just to open up that lead again, take it to 20 points. Centre square bounce down, vital at this stage for Armadale to get a reply and get it back to 14. This bounce down takes place. Smith in the ruck, wins the tap away. Luarkey, beautiful free to the ball to Van Diemen on the wing. Van Diemen pumps the drop punt in, straight down the middle of the ground. Maguire can't take the mark, but Miller comes it, pulls it back over the shoulder, but he can't get it back far enough and has kicked it out of bounds on the full. But promising Surte into their forward line there's Maguire. Big arms went up but couldn't take it. As Henderson brings the ball back into play. Only as far as Van Diemen. In fact, he almost took the grab there, but on the second bite was out of bounds. So a good tight quarter of football here. Kenwick able to break the deadlock with that goal through Hanson. As the throw-in takes place, won by Thomas. Down only as far as Mackenzie. He gets a short left foot kick inside the 50. As far as Burns, he quick feed of the handball to way to Moore. He's tackled. Ball spills free. Backing up strongly is Burns. His handball's smothered by Van Hitty. Ball spills down. Hall overrun it and hits. In fact, that ball is tackled far too high there by Hanson, and he'll take the kick inside the centre square. So Armadale looking to go forward. A lot of players in their 50-metre area. Kenwick getting numbers back. He's going to have a problem finding a forward here as he looks upfield. No movement offered there. Maguire feigns to go. Now he does go. But Atwell just decides to kick it long to the edge of the square looking for Smith. Up he goes, but Anderson's in front. Through down to Arkey. He's pulled off the ball. Through comes Bain. He can't get a kick away. Now he does. Only as far as cricket though. Good handball away to Downing. He goes with the left foot, kicks it outside the 50. Wobbling. Through comes Adakijevich, paddles it, but he finds the boundary line. Desperate play there by Kenwick defence. They're holding up strongly. Kenwick 9-12, 66. Armadale 7-4, 46. Throw-in takes place. Mackenzie in front, wins down. Justin Kickett rows it well. Gets it away to play there in Hewitt. He wobbles the kick up, but only as far as Van Hitty. He's been quite lively since he's come on. Van Hitty pumps it back into the forward line. This is what they're doing probably a bit too often. They need to find a mark a little bit. As the ball spills down and Kenwick defenders, they're just bombing it in and hoping someone can take a mark. They just need to get it inside the 50 and let someone shoot at goal.
It's certainly a congested area there, right? Throwing to take place.
It's very hard to kick goals.
Kenwick comes across the front, brought down front. Armadale best suit tried to feed the hand pass out, and whoops, there's a punch, one thrown in there, and a free kick to go the way of Armadale to be taken by David Marwick. Marwick will shoot on goals. His opponent kick is about 5 metres inside the 50-metre line, so he should shoot from about 50 metres. Marwick for Armadale, in he comes. puts it up high. It'll drop short to the end of the 10 metre square. Flies, Smith's in there, can't take the mark. Play on's a call. The ground level, there's a familiar player there. It's forced out by Henderson. Comes through now. Take Armadale the best serve. In goes player there in Atwell. He's bundled to one side. Kenwick at ground level. Bottle it up, and then umpire Capriotti says, I'll ball it up.
You want to kick it off, luff on, Adrian?
Yep. Umpire Capriotti, and the player at the base of the pack there was James Wall. Gets up very ruefully after that. Capriotti bounces it down. Baines there for Kenwick. He knocks, intelligent knock through to Hanson. His kick is blocked off. Taken by Thomas. Feeds the pass through. Best serve there is a player in Williams. He comes through the pack. Kicked up wide there. Lahore's best serve. He's picks it up. Kicks high with a wobbly old left foot there. Kenwick a best serve. They can take it. Missed by Bain. Comes through the pack there. Knocked forward wide. Picks it up again. Good play. Comes on the left pass. Picks the reliable Hanson. He can't take the bank, but he's good enough to recover. Plays on with the right foot. Kicks in towards the Justin Kickett direction, and he takes a strong mark. Kickett for Armadale. Plays on quickly. Kicks in towards the Stirrat direction. Over the back of the pack. Armadale best serve. Knocked forward by, I think it's Garvin there. And they race to the boundary line, and it goes across the... No, play on they call. A quick hand pass forward. Hanson's there. No, brilliant play by Tony Hanson. Takes it one hand. Kicks in short, and the mark by that man, Warren Stirrat. Sees an open goal square. Goes back to McKenna direction. Lahore's there. And touch through for the minor score. 9
It's a goal.
Goal.
Wasn't touched, Adrian.
Wasn't.
No, it was straight over the top of both players' hands and rolled through for a goal.
I apologise, I thought it was touched off Lahore, but...
no, it's rolled through for a goal. So, yes, Kenwick just getting away again. Armadale, let's hope that surge they had has not ended. Because the first 10 minutes, 12 minutes has been very good. But it's hard to hang on to Kenwick forever when they just create those opportunities. Centre bounce down. Smith up. One away by Bain. Falls down towards Adam Kizevich. Moore, brilliant in the centre square. He's tackled too high, says umpire Capriotti. He's a genius in the centre squares, Jeffrey Moore, as he gets the handball away backwards to Burns. Wobbly old kick up towards half forward looking for Stewart. That makes it hard to find him. As through comes McKenna, but McQuad at the back of the pack. He's tackled without the ball, and that's the way umpire Ball says it.
It looks like they've moved Hanson on the forward line, right?
Yes, he's moved up into the forward line. He's playing on a half-forward flank. As McQuat kicks wide to the outer wing, looking for Smith. Hanson gets in the road and gets a touch on it. Does well at ground level. Throws it out. Play on, says the umpires. Hanley's pushed in the back. No kick. Van Hitty on top of him. But peeling for holding the ball. That's the way it goes. Gavin penalised for holding the ball there. Got to move it on, Gav. Van Hitty kicks up towards half forward looking for Shannon Miller. Good strong mark. Playing in front. That's the way to go, Armadale. Players moving everywhere. Come on, move it on. As he kicks towards the centre. That's better. Good football as he gets back in the corridor. Adam Kizevich. Keep it moving as he goes out. That's good football. Someone's run off the half-back line. Out towards the centre wing. A lot of space there by Marshall. Bombs it in towards the full forward line, but only one at home. In fact, there's 3 of them down there as Kenwick. They've got to use their vision going into the forward line. Henderson gets it out of the back line by giving it to Downing. He chips it short out towards Thomas. Puts him under pressure, though, for a poor kick. Swooping on it, looks like Marshall. He's tackled. No, Marwick it is as he gets away back to Marshall running in. The backman has a shot on goal. What's he done? I think he might have kicked it. He's run all the way down from fullback and he banged the goal through. So beautiful football from the defender. And that's livened the Armadale supporters up as they get their 8th goal on the board. So terrific stuff.
They're certainly not lying down.
They're certainly not. And that was great play as he was prepared to run off the half-back line. No one chased him. He's run all the way down to the wing, kept on going inside 50. The ball spilled free, and there he was, and he banged it through. So it just shows you, if you keep following your ball down, you end up with a result. That's great stuff. They need more of that. So let's reduce the deficit to 20 points as Atwell does the work in the centre square. Gives it down to his brother, Graham Atwell. He's strongly tackled. Ball says, that is a good tackle. Ball held to you, son. Let me bounce it. As Wall gives Graham Atwell a pat on the head there for that good, tough work. So Armadale just hanging in this contest. is thumped away by Joe Smith. Good tap as he gets it away to Wall. He's a deft little kick to Miller. He wants to take them on. Goes inside 50. Shoots on goal with no one in the square. It's It's touched on the line. Freddie, what are you doing down there? It looked good to me, but no, Freddie Miller, he's the man in charge, and he said it's been touched on the line.
Kick in, comes out in the Sorrell direction. Sorrell, the captain for Kenwick, takes a mark deep in the left full back pocket. He kicks towards Henderson, puts him under pressure, but he's good enough to take the mark. Henderson. Right on three-quarter time. Scores. Kenwick 10-12-72. Armadale 8-5-53. The margin 19 points.
Going into this last quarter of this year's grand final, Kenwick with a 19-point lead. They lead 10-12-72 to Armadale 8-5-53. It's been 56 years since Armadale's won a grand final at league level. Coach Rod Barrett made very important mention of that, and the boys are pumped up for a big one. Can they break a 56-year drought? That's incredible. You wouldn't think Armadale have been in 9 successive final round series and haven't been able to win a grand final. As from the centre bounce down, it's good stuff as Arkey wins a free kick. Kicks up towards half forward, but not a good kick as Kickett leads Miller in the race for the football and takes a very comfortable chest mark. They just need to do well as when they're going into their forward line, Armadale. As Kickett switches play, goes out of the ground. As Irvine leads in the race of the ball. He's got a bit of space. Got cleverly smothered there by Van Hinty. Ball spills in towards the middle of the ground looking for Moore's there, but he's well wrapped up by a good tackle there by the Armadale defender. So Armadale, or both sides, will be desperate to get away this first 10 minutes and establish some sort of ascendancy here as the bounce down takes place. One away by Kello, only as far as Luff, but he's met solidly. Players throwing themselves in here. Armadale desperate. This is the quarter that could change the history of the football club here. It would be a fantastic comeback if they can get up and win this final. The crowd would bring the grandstand down, I reckon. As Arkey, he's been sensational today. As he kicks up towards half forward looking for Smith. He's good enough to get it back, paddles it back in, gives the Armadale player a chance, and he scoops it up only as far as Irvine. Deft handball by Irvine gets it to Kello. He goes by hands to the run of Cook. There goes for the good handball to Moore. Look at this penetration from Moore as he goes on the lead to Stewart. It goes over his head, but the dangerous Hanson's at the back. Goes with the left foot. Doesn't come around far enough. And Freddie Miller says, "You've missed it, son. That's a minor score." He's getting a bit of work down there, the little fella.
Yep.
He's earning his pay today. Umpire of the year, isn't he, Adrian?
Pardon?
Umpire of the year or something like that?
Oh, yeah, he did quite well, Freddie, in the awards the other night, Ray, and he's certainly given some long service. Kick in, shocking, drop short, shovel forward. I was attempting to clean up. A wild punt by Van Hinty there. He misses it. Kenwick pick it up and a shot on goal, but misses to the right-hand side. And I think that was when he turns around. I'll pick his...
El Paso?
El Paso.
Yes, he doesn't miss too many, but...
No, he's had an interesting afternoon with Lahore.
A sitter for players his quality.
Lahore now with the football. Full back. Opts to go to the outer side of the scoreboard side of the ground. Kicks it high outside the 50-metre line. There's markers are wanted. Comes to the front of the pack there. Mackenzie tried hard. Kicked back in there towards the Luff direction. He's bundled under by Van Diemen. Comes to the ground. Picked up by Kickett. He runs on a wide arc now. Ball chips a short kick in there. Comes towards Del Paso. Hand pass up to Moore. Ducks out of one into another. Play-ons are called. Lahore's there. Kickett gets bundled over. Through goes Irvine. Shovels the hand pass out. Kicked up high by Downing. Under it's McKenna. It was Del Paso and knocked forward and out of bounds in front of Hanson and his immediate opponent.
Showing a slight sign of tiredness, Kenwick.
Yes,
they're not running too hard.
They've been under pressure most of the afternoon. They've Throw-in to take place. Lahore there to Paso. Paso knocks over the back of the pack. Comes there to Adam Kenwick. He throws the hand pass out to Irvine. He picks up quick around to, that was Hewitt. Shot back on goal. This could be through. And no,
touched on the line. Great play by Garvin there. That's desperate football.
And Freddie Miller called on to adjudicate again.
Terrific stuff by Garvin.
Garvin with the football now. Looks for his options. Kicks out to the outside 50 metres. In front there is Mackenzie. Takes a strong mark, I believe, and he's been paid. He hand passes on now. Back to Van Hint. He comes back to Mackenzie with hand. Left foot to the wing towards the Joe Smith direction, but he's out muscled there by Thomas and takes the mark. Thomas plays on quickly towards Kickett, and Justin Kickett takes a mark on the attacking side of the centre square. Kickett now. The lead's out by Stewart. He doubles back, nearly collides with umpire Capriotti. Stewart's in front. Gardner the back. Mark's built by Hansen. Kicked up high there in towards Arke's direction. He tries hard. He's put under pressure, and he gives away the free kick for holding, and Irvine to take the shot on goal.
He's a bit unlucky there.
He was him. Sorry. He made the running, but
he made the running, and the ball just sort of spilled out. He knew that if Irvine got away from him, he was going to run into an open goal. So in desperation, he's grabbed hold of him. But yeah, it was just unfortunate because he was the one that went back for the mark and couldn't quite grab hold of it. So Irvine only 25 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. He can lengthen this lead for the Kenwick Football Club here, as really it's quite an easy shot on goal. And he's split the middle. Beautiful kick from Irvine, and he lets Arke know there that he's made a mistake as he runs back towards the middle of the ground. That takes Kenwick on to 11-15. They lead Armadale 8-5.
That'd be one of Kenwick's lowest scores for the year.
The lowest score was 12-24, Adrian. That was against us in what was a fairly defensive type of game.
Yeah.
But when you're playing Kenwick, you have to try something, and on the day, that was what happened. But this is a different kettle of fish. This is the final, and there's a lot of time to go in this last quarter. They can certainly kick this 11 goals right out if they get going. Kenwick bounce down to take place. Smith in the ruck, won by Kello. Got a good leap as coming through is Hewitt. Feeds a handball out wide to Hanley. He goes to the left foot looking to Paso. Controls the ball well, but good pressure there by Lahore. Enables DeRoos to come through. Oh, he's unloaded by Del Paso, and the ball given upfield to Wall. He takes them on. Kicks it into open space looking for Collard. Can he get there in front of Henderson? No, he can't, as the big man comes across. Goes to the left foot looking down a 2-on-1 situation and finds Hewitt. He takes a good strong mark in front of Wall. But Armadale just mounting a bit of an attack there, but was cut off by Big Henderson. So he backed his judgment, come across and won that ball. So Hewitt copped one around the head from Wall there, but he's picking himself up. Players leading there, Del Paso, but goes over his head, wobbly old kick. Kickett can't mark it. It accidentally falls in the hands of Lahore, but good handball. He gives it a Wall, puts him under pressure, somehow gets it away. Lahore again. Bombs a torpedo punt kick up looking for Miller. Can he hang on? No, it falls out of his hands. And as far as Maguire, he goes by hand to Collard. Collard sets it up, goes back. Miller's in position. Can he grab hold of it? Oh, good desperation by Knox as he punches towards the boundary line. Chance there for Armadale. Went begging. Miller just couldn't quite get Knox out of the road.
Interchange there, Ray. Hewitt's come off and Bjorn Kickett's going on.
Yeah, well, they won't lose anything there with Kickett going back on. As boundary throwing takes place, Armadale win it away through. Atwood barges his way through, but can't get away. As Collard does, picks up the crumbs, bangs on goal. That's a good drop, but is it true? No, it's falling on the boundary line, goalpost line. Henderson's back there, runs it out of the back line, kicks it outside 50. In fact, it's going to go over the line out of bounds, deep outside that 50. So what looked like to be a goal did not make the distance, and Big Henderson doing some good work back there. In fact, I don't think he's picking anyone up at the moment. Looks like he's a loose man. I know Nettie comes across and pick up Atwell. Throw-in takes place. It's close to the boundary line once again.
But beats
Arke over the line.
Throw-in to take place just outside the Armadale's 50-metre zone. Throw-in. Smith's in there. Comes over the back. Del Paso is there. Picked up by Luff. He shoots the hand pass out now. Comes at the run. Good play over the top. They come with Kenwick. They're attacking football through towards Bjorn Kickett over his head. Taken by the Armadale defence. He's wrapped up immediately. Kickett goes back in, and umpire, I think it's ball, says I'll bounce this one down. And that player who was wrapped up was Mackenzie. Mackenzie do the ruck for Armadale. Del Paso for Kenwick. Over the back it comes. They shoot it out through the agency of Atwell there. Kicks long to the boundary line. Hanley's out there running with Van Hint. Comes to Hanley first, but he can't control it across the line. And player in Marwick comes off for Armadale, and on goes William Farmer, who has kicked 3 goals this afternoon. Throw in. Comes through. Favoured there by from Mackenzie. Armadale the best placed. Comes at ground level. Hanley picks up for Kenwick. Comes to Justin Kickett. He comes around the left boot, kicks it out wide there to the direction of Brent Downing. He's got on his own. He's got 15 metres of clear. Chips a short left pass, puts the pressure onto Bjorn Kickett. There's a free kick, and Kickett will get the free kick for over the shoulder. Downing starts to drift down, but he's picked up by Farmer. Kickett plays on, chips short pass in, but the Armadale defence is good as a mop up. Fumble there by Mackenzie. He comes around the right foot, kicks wide to the wing position. Best place there is a good mark taken there by
De Roost.
De Roost. He has a kick at there's a ball up.
Probably the one area, Adrian, that young Bjorn Kickett could pick up on is just his disposal.
Yes.
It's just a whisker off.
Capriotti bounced it down there. Taken by Mackenzie. Punches it forward. Comes there. Through goes Atwell. Tries a quick kick. He's bundled over. Picked up there by Burns. He kicks a high one into the half forward. Awkward bounce. Lahore's there. He drags the player Del Paso forward. Good play by the Miller. He kicks long towards the Collard direction. Comes over the back. Thomas shoot one's out. Picked up by Henderson now. He's down from full back. Kicks into centre half forward. Armadale the best place to try and take the mark. Picked up by Mackenzie was best placed for the free kick there.
Van Hint.
Van Hint, he plays on out the wide in the Arquay direction. He's had a sensational afternoon. Has one fumble, but is good enough to go back and get a second touch at it. Kicks towards 21 in Marshall. He's beaten by him. Hanson brings it in to centre half forward. Luff takes the mark and is immediately wrapped up. Luff, one of Kenwick smaller brigade. Kicks towards the leader stirrup, but in the way there, as it couldn't take the mark, was De Roost. Taken around the corner, kick it wide to the line there. Adam Kiesvik has the ball. He shoots it forward. He's the player there. He put under pressure was Wall, and Wall has been given the free kick by holding the man. Attack against Jeff Moore. James Wall, the Armadale captain for the afternoon, kicks to half forward. 2 Kenwick players, they can't hold the ball, but yes, he does. Tremendous mark there by Thomas. Switches play into the centre square towards Henderson. He's down from half back. He's being chased by Atwell. Henderson's good, kicks it further still out towards the boundary line. Out they go. There's 2 Kenwick players. In Cook, he takes it. Comes in forward to centre half forward to Law and Del Paso. Lahore spoils. Punches forward. Armadale best place. They use the run of Mackenzie now through the centre of the ground. He chipped it short towards the Van Diemen direction. He takes the mark.
So Van Diemen in the middle, holding things up, just looking for leads. Not much on offer. He's taking his time. Really taking his time here as he decides to go to the out of the ground. Gets a good distance with the drop punt, looking for Smith. He's playing from the back. Can't do that, Joey. As Arquay gets the crumbs, but brilliantly smothered by, looks like Irvine. He actually forces that ball out of bounds. So yeah, great play there by Irvine as Thomas comes across and says, well done, son. Boundary throw in to take place. Kenwick 11-15, Armadale 8-5. It's a decent buffer halfway through the last quarter. As Van Hitty gets it away to Graham Atwell. Decides to go short looking for Wall, but only as far as Henderson. He's been pretty strong down there in defence, this big fella. I think he's come across from Victoria, joined up with Kenwick, and may well, in his first year, win a grand final. Good depth in this kick as it goes down looking for McKenna, but across comes Mackenzie. He's pushed in the back, probably held the mark anyway. Mackenzie just in front of McKenna there, holding things up for the Armadale defenders. Just stopped running a little bit, Armadale. They've just gone a little bit flat. Mackenzie goes out towards the scoreboard looking for Smith. He hasn't held a mark all day, I don't think, Joey. So Thomas has obviously had a great day on him as he gets a handball away to Henderson. Deft one to looks like Kello or Cook. As he goes on to Bourne kick it. What can he do with it? Pumps a drop punt in straight down the corridor looking for Stewart. Oh, good strong hands from Stewart. Hard out on the lead and held on to a beautiful pass that time from Kickett.
He's certainly got good hands, Ray.
He has when he comes on a lead. He certainly gives a good strong target to kick to. And he'll kick from just inside the 50-metre line. Take a good kick, but he can roost it. He can extend this Kenwick lead. He's going for his 6th goal.
Yes.
It down. They like it behind the goals. McKenna's clapping. So that's Stewart's 6th. It's been a good afternoon by him. He's actually missed probably 4 that he'd normally get. So he could have had a bag of 10. But 6 is good anyway. As Kenwick extend that lead, it's probably getting to the stage where it's beyond Armadale now, Adrian.
Yes, Armadale have had their chances, Ray. I think you pointed out earlier on that some of their disposal hasn't been quite effective, and that's cost them dearly at crucial stages. Ball back with umpire ball in the centre. Mackenzie's there. Bain is there. Comes to ground level. Marquis works hard for Armadale again at the base of the pack, and picks himself up against his opponent there, and I think it's Irvine. Ball bounces it down. Mackenzie goes up. Bain brings a knock over the back of the pack. Taken there by Wall. He kicks it out wide there. Out running and hard at the football is Van Hitty. He under pressure immediately knocks forward. Irvine's there, grabbed, and must be the free kick for holding the man. Ray Irvine had a solid game this afternoon. Kicks in towards half forward. Mackenzie's dropping back for Armadale. Spoils his own play as he comes forward, but there's a free kick picked out. And just trying to see who it is. It may be
Marshall.
Marshall has the kick. No, it's going back to Mackenzie, so they've sorted that one out. Mackenzie now for Armadale. Defensive side of centre. Just short of half back. McKenna on the mark. Kicks high to the wing positions. Up and under kick. Kenwick a best front place there with Thomas. He can't take it. Goes back in after it again. And umpire ball says I'll bounce this one down again. Right in front of the scoreboard which says Kenwick 12-15 87, Armadale 8-5 53. Umpire ball now bounces it down. Mackenzie's at it. Bain wins the top. Comes through to Justin Kickett. He kicks across his body into half forward. McKenna's there for a Kenwick along with McQuat, but between them the ball is forced across the boundary line for another throw in just inside the 50-metre zone. Kenwick kicking to the railway line into the ground. Throw in to take place. Bain and Mackenzie at again. Mackenzie wins this one. It's taken by Marshall. He can't control it. Again, it's down at ground level. Armadale battle hard as usual, as they have all afternoon, but they work the ball forward again. Solid work on Van Hitty there by Kickett, and the ball is forced across again for another throw in just out on right half back. Right. Smith comes in, a high fly there, comes at ground level. Kenwick picked up by Armour. They come forward again to Atwell now. He goes on the left boot, up onto wing and half forward. There's a push out play on, and Smith as the kick kicks in the Lahore direction. He takes the mark just short of left half forward. Lahore now swings the play into the attacking 50-metre zone. There's a high flyer by an Armadale player, but didn't bring the ball down. It's at ground level now. In goes Van Diemen. He can't take it. Thomas has got it. He's wrapped up. Hand passes the ball away. Here comes Kenwick again now, forcing the pace now. Out towards Bjorn Kickett now. He missed a swipe there by a player in De Roos. Misses the football for Armadale. Taken there by Arkey. Wall tries to kick it off the ground for Armadale. Through goes Adam Keysich. Hand pass there to Moore. Moore now for Kenwick. Beautiful pass to the Stewart direction. He's bundled out of the way, and the Armadale defence clean up. They kick it wide towards Van Hitty, and he takes the mark. Van Hitty now, right half back, looking further afield to see the options. Elects to kick long down the ground towards the wing, the Lahore direction. Thomas is in there. Play on's the call. Good enough to go and get the crumbs. Kicks it out wide to McKenna direction. He's under pressure there from McQuat. And McKenna
Beautiful
will get
mark.
the free kick.
No, beautiful mark,
Well,
Adrian.
oh, sorry, it was.
Key coming off, his shoulder's gone. I don't think he'll be back as McKenna kicks on goal. Long drop punt, it's going to land on the edge of the square. Big men fly. It's touched away by Van Hinty. So that's a minor score to Kenwick. They go to 12-16-88. Armadale 8-5-53. So it looks like a match-winning lead to Kenwick, but Armadale certainly made a game of it today. Look like they're going to come away without another grand final, so it looks like it's going to be 57 years now before they have a chance.
And 3 in a row to Kenwick too, right?
3 in a row to Kenwick, yes, fantastic. As Garvin, as the 50-metre penalty's been on a kick-in, well, that's unusual, as Mackenzie's got the ball. No one on the mark. Decides to run off, pumps it up towards half-forward looking for Collard. Good spoil by Moore, only as far as Bruce Atwell. He's grabbed by the hand, can't even get a kick away as Collard does. Only as far as Lahore. His body work there. Umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going Kenwick way. Looks like it's either going to be Yawn Kickett. Oh, he's been good. He's been in the best 3 on the ground, from my opinion, all day long, Yawn Kickett. As that kick once again, it's not as good as it should be. His kicking probably just leaves a bit to be desired as Miller takes the mark. Kicks it out into space looking for Smith, one of his few touches. Decides to get it on to Quick. They got a bit of run out on the outer side of the ground through Lindsay Atwell. Decides to bring the ball back in. That's good footy as he gets it back in towards the corridor, but that's a poor kick. Reading it's knocked off. Strong tackle by Maguire. That's good football. He's penalised holding the ball. So that's better Armadale as they got a chance to kick a goal here through Maguire. Maguire had a real disappointment to the end of last year's grand final as he's taken off through missing about 3 easy chances. Ball's up to close to the boundary line, close to the goal line. In fact, Van Diemen's shot is missed. Unlucky. Crumbed well there, pulled back, but way to the right-hand side. So Henderson to bring the ball back in. Decides to go short. Oh, it's put Kello under pressure. He does well though. Breaks the tackle far too easily. Goes to the left foot, kicks out towards Moore. He's got all the space, all the time. Wants to take a bounce. Runs in towards half forward. Look at the pass. Out comes Stewart. He can't get hold of it though this time as Garvin shoves him out of the way. Through comes McKenna, the dangerous McKenna. Wants to get back onto his favourite right foot. Goes with the handball. He sets Stewart up. If he gets around, he's got a goal. Goes with the left foot.
He missed the full.
It's slewed off the boot and gone out of bounds on the full. Yeah, 2 on 1 there. Big Stewart could not get it back in time. And Armadale breathe another sigh of relief. As Garvin bring this ball back in. The left-footed Garvin. He's had a fair afternoon down there under a lot of pressure. Pumps long to outside 50. Smith flies high. Still hasn't taken a mark. As Irvine comes through, handballs to himself, tries to go back and get it. It's under pressure. Paddles towards McKenna. He shoots on goal. This is when he's dangerous, but he's offline once again. Kicks the minor score. Kenwick moved to 12-17. Once again, they seem dogged by inaccuracy at goal. They've kicked a lot of points over the whole year, Kenwick. Once again today, they've at this stage they're 12-17. Armadale 8-6. Garvin brings the ball back in. This is a good kick as he finds Miller outside 50 metres. He wants to get it on quickly as Smith starts to run upfield. Hanley comes and flies early, way too early. Jumps straight in the middle of Joe Smith's back.
I think he's had an afternoon. He'd rather forget Hanley, hasn't he?
Gavin hasn't had a great day, but he won't mind when that siren blows because he'll be part of it. As Smith looks a bit tired as he looks to Lahore. Lahore upfield, that's on a lead. In fact, he does in front of Henderson this time. Armadale looking to finish on this last quarter of this grand final. He pumps it long up towards half-forward looking for Collard. Oh, but great mark. He's a sensational area, Thomas. As he was best of field, he was voted best of field in last year's grand final. As he switches play to the outer side of the ground, they got the numbers, but this is good play by Armadale. Van Hinty puts his body on the line, gets it away to Mackenzie. He kicks up towards Maguire. Can he fly? He flies, but he can't mark. As the ball spills to the ground, mopping up as usual as Kenwick through Sorrell. He goes with a spiral punt to the outer side of the ground. Van Hinty in best position, and he takes the chest mark. Oh, Farmer's all by himself. That's the way he goes. And in fact, he goes to Atwell. He's got space too. As he runs towards the 50-metre line, goes to the left. Oh, poor kick. His kicking has let him down the last 2 or 3 times. Lindsay Atwell, and he kicks straight on the chest of Hewitt. He pops it outside 50 and finds Knox. They're just controlling the ball better than Armadale at the moment, Kenwick. As he goes with a kick, not a good one, but brilliantly picked up by Cook. He's got good skill as he bangs it into Moore. He'll go straight down the corridor. Look at this drop punt as he looks for Stewart. Oh, pushed out of the way by Garvin. Umpire says play on. Rolling, bound towards the boundary line and goes out of bounds some 20 metres on the left-hand goalpost. Moore certainly does give you something to lead hard to. When he kicks it, really does find somewhere in the direction of that forward.
And I think too, as you said, Ray, that his disposal is good too. It's thrown to take place now. Throw in, up they go. It's Mackenzie for Armadale. Taken by Hanley now. He's immediately beset by Marshall. Comes forward. It's picked up by Smith now. He needs to do something. It comes to Atwell. He shovels a quick hand pass out. Adam Kezish is in there at ground level. Shovel out. Moore's in there. He's immediately wrapped up with a brilliant tackle by Smith. Taken by Mackenzie. He feeds one out to the run of Van Hitty. He kicks out wide and it'll go out of bounds in between right half back and right half forward and right full forward for Kenwick. On the scoreboard, 12-17, 89, Armadale 8-6-54, a margin of 35 points. Throw in. Mackenzie's there. Bain works his way to the front position. Kenwick bring it forward. Mackenzie goes back in after it. He's put on. Sorry, it wasn't Mackenzie. It was McQuat. McQuat goes, kicks to the wing position. Kenwick at best place. Through comes this man Thomas. He chips the pass in short, and Hansen takes the mark. It's just
early on in the day. Adrian, Kenwick defeated by a very small margin on the last kick of the day in the Colts. So
yes,
they won yesterday's Saturday final, so they could well be celebrating 3 grand finals tonight. But 2 will be okay. Sure, they'll agree on that. But the Colts would have been disappointed because
Wanneroo could go home proud this afternoon anyway with the reserves.
We got one. Better than none.
Yep. Hansen now, kick on his second goal for the afternoon. Started on the half-back flank. He's put it up high. It's a beautiful kick by Tony Hansen, and he shows his jubilation.
Yes, he's a quality player, Tony Hansen. Probably in the big picture of the day, just their skill level, Kenwick is just held up better than Armadale. They're pinpointing the ball, their handball to find a man on the run has just been that little bit better. And in the end, they've had far too many options in their forward line. And with blokes like Stewart, McKenna, Tony Hansen when he moves down there, Armadale just found it hard to match up on these guys. And they're on-ball players and Moore and Kickett and Luff. They've had a tremendous supply into their forward line as Luff wins it out, feeds the handball to Moore. Look at this, out of the middle once again. Moore goes to the spiral punt down towards McKenna. Pushed out by McQuat. The umpire lets it go this time as McQuat gives by hand to Garvin. He kicks long to the outer side of the ground looking for Bruce Atwell. He's got some space as he kicks in front of the scoreboard there and finds Lindsay Atwell. You got to kick it well this time, Lindsay. Come on. He kicks it up towards it. That's a better looking kick, but you can't find Collard as Thomas, the aerialist. Yeah. He's magnificent in the air, this boy. He's been one of their best again today. As it really has snuffed out anything at centre half forward that Armadale's had to give offer. Luff cops one high after he's kicked the ball there by Shannon Miller, and the ball should be taken down the ground, and it looks like Yorn Kickett will get a relayed free kick there. Crude tackle by Miller. Is Kenwick looking to finish this final off with a flurry of goals? What can Kickett do? Looks for a lead. Van Hitty's in the way, but he didn't want it. Van Diemen did, and he says, I'll mark it. As he gives it away to Mackenzie. He's been a useful big man. He's pumped it out looking for Lindsay Atwell, but he's getting tired as he falls over and the ball goes out of bounds. So I think all players looking for the siren. There's tired men out there after this hard-fought grand final. They certainly haven't given it to them, Armadale. But in the end, the skill level of Kenwick has come to the fore, and they're going to win another grand final. That's a great effort by Mick Hanley, 3 in a row. It's a play on the outer side of the ground. He goes so far as Marwick. He's just come back on. His handball, he gets offloaded, takes the kick. A little bit of body work going on the latter stage of this final. As Peter Ashworth comes out of the time and a big smile on his face, says, we've got number 3. That's 3 in a row. As Lahore comes up from the centre, takes the grab. He looks to pump it up towards half forward. Armadale had few winners in their forward line. Few winners in their forward line as a loud ball had to be played on. This is by Maguire. Poor kick. All he needed to do was get it up near the square. Running back and leading in the race is Downing. He's got a mate there and looks like Kello. Gets it away to him effectively. He goes to the left foot. Awkward kick. Straight to Joe Smith. He can run to 50 and offload it, but wants too much time. Handballs to himself. Can he get it up? Put him under pressure. Gets it away to Van Diemen. He's strong, but Met's strong too. He's got plenty of time to get rid of it. Atwell gets a kick away, but goes nowhere. Only as far as Dave Collard. He goes towards the boundary line. Finds Dwayne Marshall. He shoots towards the square. Anyone down there for Armadale? No, as Knox once again comes through and belts it away over the line. Yes, there's a siren. Kenwick win another grand final. And the final score in this grand final is Kenwick 13-17-95, Armadale 8-6-54. So once again, Kenwick are too good, and I suppose it's expected. Everyone come to the ground expecting Kenwick to win, and they have done so, but Armadale can hold their heads up, but they'll go away once again disappointed. And it's 3 years in a row now they've lost in a grand final. I thought better players for Kenwick today were Jeffrey Moore in the centre, controlled it brilliantly. He's kicking into the forward line, was a delight to watch. Tony Hansen, class player and played accordingly, just stands up in finals every year. Ewan Kickett, a real player of the future, got a lot of possessions, must have been between 20 and 30. It's outstanding. Justin Kickett on a wing was a clear winner all day, and Stewart with his 6 goals, a great forward focus. And for Armadale, I thought our key was a top player. Oh yeah, and of course Thomas, exceptional game at centre half back. And for Armadale, good players, a little bit harder to find, but I thought our key battled strongly all day. Darren McKenzie was a good big man for Armadale. He battled strongly. But Graham Atwell, his effort at ground level was solid. His use of the ball probably lacked a little bit. Adam Kiesvich in the back line was strong. And Lindsay Atwell, actual ball getting was good. But in the end, they were found wanting. So congratulations once again to Kenwick on their 3rd win in a row. And we'll leave it here from Gosnells Oval with, once again, the 1999 Grand Final winners being Kenwick.